There was a little church sitting down in the woods. And at the church, they had a choir there, and they could sing real well. And there was an old deacon there, had been going to that church for a mighty long time. And every Sunday morning, he would always beg that choir director that, listen, would you let me sing a song? He said, I got a song that I want to sing. But you know what that choir director told him? He said, oh man, you too old to sing in this choir. He said, you got a trembling in your voice. Yeah. Heard the old man say, and y'all might not believe it, but when you get old, won't folks do you like that? When you get old, people will just push you on the side. But they went to church the next Sunday morning, and they noticed that the old man wasn't sitting in the corner. And they went on back to church that next Sunday morning, and they noticed that the old man still wasn't sitting in the corner. They get worried now. And they went on back that next Sunday morning, and they noticed that the old man still wasn't sitting in the corner. Somebody began to ask questions about it. Should anybody seen the old man? Yeah. Is anybody learning from the old man? Smiling or voice just.
It just don't get no better than the conspirators. I don't care what they say.
Came down from heaven with.
Talk to him, Harvey.
I believe I'm gonna let Daddy tell you what the voice says. I found a choir that was let me sing. You know what I'll be doing. Hallelujah, hallelujah. You know what? By the time they recognized the voice, it was. Everybody began to look up toward heaven, and an old man's voice began to talk to him. He said, children, one thing about this choir that I sing with now. He said, we don't have to.
I want y'all to listen to the words of this one. Listen to the words.
When friends you will use you. And they knock you from side to side. We don't want nobody to feel this kind of
Sing it, Harvey. Sing it.
I don't have no doubt in my mind. Lord, you something like. Did y'all come for service tonight? We will sing. I love. Yes, we will. Can we just do one more? When there's no food on the table, there is no food on the table. No. There is no need for you to cry. There is no. So what must I do? All you got to do is have faith in God. That is a son I want to talk to you. He said, first thing I want you to know is I'm proud of you. He said, you carried me all over the country. If I needed some water, you were there. If I needed some food, you were there.
Boy, this song, boy, when my dad died, I could not listen to it. It took me about 4 years to be able to listen to this song right here, boy. I'm telling you, sad. I remember this song here mess with me right here.
He said, I'm proud of you. And he said, as long as you live, I'll never die. He said, you walk like me, you act like me, you look like me. He said, well, I got something I want you to do. I said, what is that, Daddy? This is what Daddy told me. He said, son, I've been depending on you to pull the family through. I've been depending on you to pull the family through. I've been depending on you to pull the family through. That's what he told me. I've been depending on you to pull the family through. And he said, take care of your mother like I've always done. The reason I want you to do this, Harley, because you are my only son. He said, boy, I married your mama. I was only 15. And he said, all of your mama's life, she always depend on me. But Harley, I'm depending on you to pull the family through.
Hope y'all doing all right tonight.
Oh, the storms keep on raging in my life, and sometimes it's hard to tell the night from day. Still, that hope that lies within is reassured as I keep my eyes upon the distant shore. I know you'll keep me safely to that blessed rest he has prepared.
That's the song there. That's the song.
I've had some good days.
This is the last song. Just getting a little in it. Just a little bit.
I've had some hills to climb.
Y'all don't smell the Sunday morning breakfast. Y'all don't smell it. You getting your ass up. You going to church. Get up.
Had some weary days.
Get up, boy.
And some sleepless nights. But when I look around, yeah, I think things over. All of my good days outweigh my bad days. I won't complain.
Man, boy, that was it. What's up, man? What's up? Oops, sorry. Hit the table. What's up, man? How y'all doing? Nah, that wasn't Darryl Coley, man. That's Reverend Paul Jones, man. Reverend Paul Jones. Let me share my screen and show you right quick, brother. Go cop that. Go cop that right quick. That's Paul Jones. That's a classic. That is a classic right there. Back in the day, right here. This it right here. This it.
Sometimes the clouds hang low.
He can hardly see the road.
I can hardly see the road.
What you do? What do you do?
Ask a question, Lord.
What you asking? What you asking, Paul?
Lord, why so much pain? But he knows what's best for me. Although my weary eyes, they can't see.
That brother sung that song right there, bro. That brother sung it. But anyway, so we came here tonight, have a little fun. You know, I don't ask for much. You know, just come on here and kick it, parlay a little bit before I go to bed. And, you know, I had to say something about this Juwan Howard situation. I just had to. I was going to try to ignore it. But, you know, I'm looking at this stuff. Should Juwan Howard be suspended? Should he? Now, guys, let me say something, man. Everybody knows the code, right? Don't put your hands on, you know what I'm saying? Oh, my God. Let me play this one first. I'm going to play this one. I'm going to have to stop sharing my screen because they will flag my content, right? So what's up, Milwaukee? Black Audacity. But let me play this, right? So they're saying they need to get rid of handshakes. So this is the problem I have with this whole thing. And I listened to Jason Whitlock. Y'all know I like Jason Whitlock. I listened to his content. And I agreed with him. He was like, Black people are expected to be like children. We're like children. We can't function like regular adults, right? Now, this man, let me go back up here. I'm going to go to Jason Whitlock. He's showing the last few seconds of the game, right? And when he shows the last few seconds of the game, he shows what took place. Now, in case you don't know, let me go ahead and give you a rundown of what took place. Juwan Howard, coach of the Michigan Wolverines, right? Was at a game, got into it with the guy, and had a few words with the guy. Waited 10, 15 seconds, then punched some other dude. Like, this shit don't make no damn sense, right? I can see if the dude touching, you just popped his ass. You might have made sense. Your shit really falls apart when you just randomly touch some random dude ain't got shit to do with it, right? So let's go with it. Let's see what we can do. So let's go to the scene where they in here fighting and tussling. Let me show you. And Jason's talking over it. But I'm gonna show this scene because Jason don't really flag content too much. So let me I can share my screen for him. Now watch this shit here, man. Watch this.
Howard's pressing full court. Don't we have that? Can we play that clip? Yeah. Don't we have that? Yeah.
So right here it says the Badgers have emptied the bench while Michigan has two starters in and defending the backcourt with 22 seconds left. There is no issues here with either strategy, right? So they got the players in here.
And Juwan's talking about he's protecting his players and that, he thought the timeout was unfair. How about having your scholarship starter?
This ain't man-to-man. This is you trapping, trying to cause a turnover. Man-to-man, you stay with your man. Now, if I run over here, and my man over here, my man can run down court and score, which is what his ass should have been doing. He should have been moving about right here. But look, I ain't no coach, right? But that being said, you move up, right? You don't just stand there because 9 at time going. So
there's out there in a game that you've lost, beating up.
Says when Michigan deflects the ball out of bounds, Badgers by rule have 4 seconds to get the ball over the midcourt line. Greg calls timeout to help his team advance the ball. This is perfectly normal and smart. So they had 4 seconds left. The time still was left on the clock. That didn't reset the clock. So they had 10 seconds. They got it down. They spent 6 seconds. He let me call timeout. That gives them an extra 10 seconds. So which is smart. Now you already lost the damn game. Now what this is about is Michigan thinks they're gonna have. They think so. Basically, they 14-11 right now. He's thinking maybe I can squeeze in as a bubble team into the tournament. So I want to try to get this score as close as I can. So I'm going to pressure this team and make this as close as I can on the scrubs, right? On the guys that are walk-ons and freshmen, because a lot of times now freshmen aren't necessarily a lot of times those might be starters. But back in the day, the freshmen used to be the guys that ain't getting a lot of burn, 3-star recruits, people like that. That's who he got in the game late. People, and then what really makes this fucked up is you put them all out there at the same time. So you can't do that because if you put them all at the same time, all of them ain't going. Everybody's been sitting on the bench the whole game. They're not ready. Somebody, it's just so this guy gets in and turns the ball over. Let me show you again. So they press him.
Yeah.
You can join this, brother. Let me go ahead and hit you up. Let me hit you up with that. I'll give you the link. I'm going to send it to your phone. Don't worry about it. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll send it directly to your phone. Right. So you trying to get the ball across half court. And look, I've seen situations like this, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me hold on. Because this is my thing, man. And look, everybody, this is why I don't really like the media today. Because the media, because they're friends with motherfuckers, don't tell the truth. I don't like shit like that. And shout out to Dreamers Pro today because he actually said that shit. He's like, man, I ain't trying to be your friend. I'm going to tell your ass. He was talking about Skip Bayless. Skip was like, man, I ain't being your friend. I'm going to tell the damn truth right down the middle. I'm not finna sit up here and just say some shit. And that's the problem I have with a lot of these sports media people today is they coddle these motherfuckers. That nigga ain't have no business putting his hand on that man. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Now, let me show you. He didn't have no damn business putting his hand on that dude. That dude ain't have shit to do with it. I'll press charges on his ass. Fuck it. I'll pull a Tommy Sotomayor. Shit. There you go. There you go, Hoop. I sent it to you. All right. So that's the thing. Let's keep going.
They're taking, and Juwan's talking about he's protecting his players and that, he thought the timeout was unfair. How about having your scholarship starters out
there? So the
there?
other player, I guess he runs his damn shoe came off. This is what I'm talking about. You putting guys that have been riding the bench. He out there with his damn shoes loose and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's my thing. Like, you got your shoes loose. Take your shit together. Have your shit ready. What's up, Hoops? What's up with you, bro?
So what's good, bro?
Ain't nothing, man. I know you might, it is what it is, but I'm finna get on Juwan.
Oh no. I'm with you all the way. And I'm gonna tell you like this, we ain't tripping. I asked 2 of my friends who coach high Division I, one woman, one man. I won't divulge who it is. And they both had their chime ins, and I'll share with you what both of them said. And from the person who I trust most is right on point with what you talking about, bro.
Like, look, as black men, we cannot be expected to have. This is the thing, man. If you want black equality, a lot of times when situations like this take place, if I'm being blind and just, his ass is supposed to be fired easily. And he might go to jail. That's fair. That's fair. You punch the dude that ain't have shit to do with it. That's a bitch move. If you're going to punch somebody, punch the dude that tapped you, and you say the dude that called the timeout, hit his ass. Then your shit would have made some sense, right? But it don't make sense when you say, let's watch this shit, man. This ain't nothing to get mad. I don't even see what he was mad about. You trying to shave points to try to say, well, man, we only lost by 6 points. That's what he wanted to say. He thinking, man, can I get an extra? Now he want to shoot a couple of threes, get the game close so he can make a case to the NCAA to get into the tournament. Because you've been losing games this year. That's what this.
Can I add this?
Go
He
ahead.
contradicted himself in the post-game report. He said with the basically Coach I forget the guy's name. He said Coach Guard said that he called a timeout because Coach Juwan Howard was pressing, and that he wanted to take him out of that situation. And Juwan and the other reporters said that to Juwan Howard. Coach Guard said that you were pressing, and that's the reason why he took time out. And Juwan Howard said this, and I love Juwan Howard. Let the record show. Juwan Howard said we wasn't pressed. We was in 5 defense, which is full court pressure. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? That is pressure, press. It's the same thing.
Dude,
it's funny. He said that out of his own mouth. Y'all look at the film. So
we
it's
played
crazy.
ball. I played ball, man. You could do a man-to-man full
Come on,
court.
bro. Many ways to press, bro.
I'm like, what are you talking about? You do a man-to-man. So why this man went over there if it's man-to-man? Why he stay with his man? It ain't like he brought his man to him. You pressuring the boy to get him to turn the damn ball over. That's what you was doing.
You pressing.
Otherwise, you just ran down the court. It's called a man-to-man press. Now, if he was smart, everybody would just go all the way down and it'll be that. But this dude was coming, so they couldn't. And that's why these dudes is running up. See that? The other dudes running up. They were running up right here because had everybody ran down, they would have pressured this man. He would have turned the ball over, which means your ass was pressing. You was pressing.
You pressing, though.
2-2-1, that's what your ass was in. Then you lying. So you don't have no integrity, worth shit. Right? And then what really pisses me off is the excuse making that I'm seeing from the media and people that know him personally. I don't like shit like that. You could be my nigga. I'll be like, look, man, he my boy. I love him. But he shouldn't have hit the dude. That's just bottom line. He should not have hit him. Whatever they do, I love him. You know, he deserves a job. He deserves to be a head coach. But if whatever happens, you know, and that's that. I can't really defend that. That's what I say. You don't get that take no more. What you get is like Stephen A. Smith. Well, he's a good man. I mean, at worst he might get suspended, but that's about it. I mean, that's it. But I mean, he can do better than that. He shouldn't. No, fuck. I don't need to hear about him being a good man. That don't got shit to do with it. They ain't got shit to do with it. Why are black people expected to be children and expected the rules to be different for us because we black? Because that's what this shit is about. Because if a white man had a punch Juwan Howard in the face,
come on, man.
Come on, man. Come on.
So I'm tell you like this. My male coach who I asked about this, he said it pretty frankly, and this is a guy who coaches at a Power 5 conference. He said that Juwan Howard acted like a guy whose job don't depend on this. His livelihood don't depend on his job. Meaning basically that most coaches understand no matter how heated it goes, there's a certain social contract that you agree to that is heated. You talk shit out like men. Everybody trying to get paid. Everybody trying to, you know what I'm saying, walk home. This is our livelihood. Juwan Howard is a multi-millionaire many times over.
Yep.
This is his 3rd career being a college coach, right?
Yep.
He approached the situation as such. And most coaches, now he was being, you know, very candid to me because this is a personal off-the-record conversation. But most dudes understand, like, yo, as bad as it get, we talk that out. We may cuss each other out. You don't put no goddamn hands on nobody. And this is very much breaking protocol. So, you know, like me, in the you know, handshake line after the game, it don't matter how bad the game is, you dap up, whether it's a mad dap up or not, and you go back to the locker room.
Exactly.
This shit is again from a person who don't respect the culture because you don't need the culture, which I don't begrudge him for it. But if we're being honest, that's the place that Juwan came from with this. It's some bullshit.
No. I begrudge him because you're a leader of young black men.
Fair enough.
That shit ain't cool. You are a leader of men. That's why I wouldn't send my son to the Marcus Garvey Frederick Douglass Academy.
Oh shit.
Because I know I'm looking at the nigga that started it. I'm like, the nigga probably be in there trying to fuck one of my boys' teachers or some shit in the middle of class, fill on our ass or something.
YouTubians.
I do not want him. I wouldn't send my son to a school because I see the character in Umar Johnson. He'll snap and make a video cussing for 45 minutes, threatening to whoop somebody's ass. No, I don't want that. I don't want my son acting like that.
Then ask for a $20 cash app after all that.
Exactly. And talking about you ain't gonna help me unless I send you some money. You ain't gonna help my son. Nah, that's what I'm talking about. leadership in the black community, we cannot accept mediocre leadership no more. We can't. We got to call shit like this down the middle. Be fair. His ass should be fired. Simple and plain. I don't want to hear shit about what Bobby Knight did in the 80s, throwing a chair across the floor. Bobby Knight got fired 22 years ago. He been gone. Right? Bobby Knight got fired. And Bobby Knight was well known. And y'all, and I can tell you some stories about my high school coach. As you folks talking about our asshole. Right? Got in fights with students and all types of dumb shit. People still to this day don't respect that man because of shit he did 30 years ago. Not this. I ain't saying he probably wouldn't speak to him, but it's a lot of childish, dumb shit he did. He was immature. He was a 40-something-year-old man acting like a child. Black men, we got to do better. Every time a black man gets upset, he got to feel like he got to put his hands and be this tough guy image. That shit does not serve us well, okay? It hurts us. All right? I have a temper. I want to slap the shit out of people sometimes. We all do, okay? It's okay to get emotional sometimes. I get it. But you got to learn how to keep your damn hands to yourself. You don't be out here throwing punches on some random ass dude, white, black, whatever, Hispanic. You don't punch people over some shit like this.
You've lost.
This ain't even worth getting mad about. What if you was coaching? Would you even got mad about some shit like this?
Now, I would be mad a little bit, but you got to understand, you are pressing. You are pressing.
It's strategy. Why would you get mad? If I'm playing you, right? Yeah. And I'm trying to win, and you put your less experienced players on the court, right? You put your least experienced players on the court, and I'm pressing them. You're supposed to call timeout and reset the damn clock. That's what he's supposed to do.
Yes. And I'm gonna tell you this. My coach I talked to, again, Power 5 conference coach, he said you do that because it's a teaching moment. So next time you face a late game press, and there's precedence for this. You know, everybody love AC Fresh. He plays for the Bulls now. You know the white guard that played for the Lakers. I can't remember why I can't think his name.
Oh yeah,
the bald head dude.
Caruso.
You know that him and Daniel House won an NCAA. They won an NCAA playoff game at Texas A&M, pressing late, and it was a game that was like over, and they pressed late, got like 6 buckets, and they were down 4, and they won the game late. So you got to prepare guys for this shit. So you're getting a press that you wouldn't normally see. You got to call timeout and correct it because it's a teachable moment. Who does it all the time? Bill Belichick. Situational awareness. So when you step outside of feelings, when you step outside of the optics, that's a teachable moment. Like, okay, let me stop this. Let me teach you what's going on. So if we see this again.
Hold on, bro.
Go ahead.
I'm not trying to be an asshole about it. I really mean this. I played ball from like 1988 and I just stopped. I don't know when, but I've been around this game for a long motherfucking time. I didn't see a damn thing wrong with what that coach did. I didn't. That's because it's part of the game. I don't get the. I can see why he's mad. Because everybody said that on ESPN why he mad. I'm like, why? Why are you upset? You think I'm finna just let you take the fall? I'm supposed to just let you get points? Fuck that. I'm not doing. That's not. No, it is what it is. I don't see why people get mad when somebody shoot a 3 at the end. Fuck it, bitch. Until you need to stop them. That's what you do. You until the game stop, you play defense. If he shoot a 3 or he dunk or do anything, you don't get mad. I hate when see people, man, this game up. No, fuck that. Play to the end. You stop him. If you can't stop him, don't get mad. I seen that shit back in the day. I seen some real street shit happen in a high school game. This is right when I graduated. I went to a high school game, inner city game. Motherfuckers got in a fight. Game was over. Nigga went in there and did a windmill, 2-hand windmill. Crowd went crazy. Yeah. Other team want to fight. And I was like, why y'all niggas want to fight? It ain't nothing to fight about. You should have went and stopped. Why you let his ass got it? Should have went down there and tried to block that shit. But you sat there and watched him go down. He got loose. He stole that bitch, stole a pass, went down there and did a 2-hand windmill, tried to tear the damn rim loose. Everybody went crazy. I like that shit was clean. That nigga, everybody got then them niggas want to fight. Man, why you do that shit? The game over. Why the fuck you throwing a lackluster ass pass?
Yeah. Well, I keep it a stack, sub. I understand why you're mad. You just gotta understand you're wrong for being mad. You're emotional.
Yep. Be emotional, get upset. But at the end of the day, it's your fault you lost. You didn't play defense. You didn't run the offense right. You didn't run your screens like you're supposed to. And you only scored 61 points with 15 seconds left in the second half. Thus, you lost the game. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the problem I have with this whole scenario.
Beating up some walk-ons who get a 48-second reward for a week's worth of practice, and you're making it miserable. They can't get the ball up court. And so with 15 seconds, the guy calls a timeout to give them a whole new 10 seconds to get the ball past half court. Again, let them get it up court and take a shot. They're walk-ons.
No, fuck that. If your ass on that team, this is where I differ from Jason. If you're on that team, if you are good enough to play for Wisconsin, you should be able to get the ball across half court. You don't deserve to be on the fucking team. That's the way I feel about it. That's the way I'd rather have 8 players. I don't even want to hurt your confidence like that. If you're on my team and I'm the coach, I want 9 niggas, they gonna all play. I'm not with getting 13, 14 people because you selfish. You let a nigga ride the bench and 2 games out the year, he get in there and play 10 minutes. That's a waste of damn. I hate to see coaches. That shit is selfish. Cut them players. You don't need them. You get you 9, 10 guys that gonna get PT, that gonna get playing time, and that's how you develop your damn talent. You as a coach should be able, and I know Hoop gonna probably have something to say about this. You as a coach should not be picking up no damn 15 players. You pick up your players that you're going to play, and that's that. I don't believe in that shit. You do a player much more damage sitting him on the bench for a whole fucking season, fucking up his confidence. I'd rather you just cut him. Don't put nobody on your team for practice players. I don't believe in that shit. So them players, Jason talking about, well, you should have just let them take a shot. They're walk-ons. Fuck that. You a walk-on, you supposed to be good enough. What say you, Jason? I mean, Hoops.
Okay, so I had a phone call kind of knocked me out, so my bad on that. You saying about playing guys who are walk-ons?
Watch what he say. Watch this.
All right, yeah, let me hear that.
For a week's worth of practice, and he's
saying this is their reward as bench players and walk-ons for a week's worth of practice. Okay. Now, me being a guy that played ball, I knew that the talent level from the guys on the bench to the guys that started, it wasn't that big of a fucking difference like people think.
Mm-hmm.
It's really not. Like people think the guys on the bench are just fucking sorry, and the guy on the starter is just such a dog. Like it's not like that, bro. It's not most of the time. Now you got those
depending on the program. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Well, it ain't just the program. I mean, because if a guy good enough to make it at Auburn or Texas or anywhere like that, he ain't no fucking push-up. I'm talking about the one on the bench will light your ass up for real. I'm just telling you, dudes that ride the bench at these D1 schools ain't no bitch. Like I'm talking about a walk-on or whatever.
For the most part, I agree with that. For the most part, I agree
for the most part. Now, I mean, you got those rare cases where you got just straight scrubs.
You got the alumni kids on the bench and they can't play dead. Yeah.
Granddad, his granddad.
Yeah. For the most part, you're right. Yeah.
Absolutely. But if you a walk-on, you ain't no nepotism. You really are a player that played. They probably kicked ass in high school.
Yeah.
Didn't get the scholarship at the school they wanted. Went to Wisconsin to walk on.
Yeah, that's fair.
Usually who you talking about. A guy that's probably, if you look at the media guy, all those guys in that media guy, look up their damn high school numbers.
Yeah.
So you should be able to get the ball up from a fucking press. I don't give a damn what. There was no excuse for that shit. No excuse.
They can't get the ball up court. And so with 15 seconds, the guy calls a timeout to give him a whole new 10 seconds to get the ball past half court. Again, let them get it up court and take a shot. They're walk-ons. This is their big moment.
I don't like shit like that.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
You get your ass in there, you play hard. I don't give a fuck to the damn whistle, to the horn go off, bust their ass. If they can't get the ball up half court, fuck them. That's how I feel about it.
That's fast.
I don't do that shit. Well, they walk on. He's just a walk on. Let him come shoot a 3 on you.
No.
Man, fuck that. I ain't letting you shoot shit. You better, if you can't get it off, you don't deserve to be on the team.
I like Jason Whitlock. I don't know why he would say that
Jason.
fuck ass shit.
I love Jason. Love Jason. He my
I don't know why he say that fuck ass shit.
That was some weak shit right there. That was.
Yeah. Because if you respect ball, you know that, bro. When you come out there, you got to earn your bucket, dog. Because you know in that locker room, everybody gonna talk about what they did that game. And even if you ain't play like that, if you know what I'm saying, the starters respect you, like, oh, bro, you came in there and did your thing. Nobody gonna respect you.
I'm gonna tell you some real shit, man. I'm gonna tell you some real shit. I was at Tuskegee, right? So this dude, he was a small forward. He could shoot the cover off the rock, but we had this other dude who could shoot better, right? But dude that came off the bench was a much better athlete, right? He got in the game, and I told him, I came up to him. We was at the free throw. We had like 3 minutes left. I went up to him. I say, look here, my nigga. I'm going to run you off these screens. Every time you get that bitch, you let it go. You hear me? He said, all right, bet. That nigga hit 20 points in 3 minutes. You hear me? That nigga was pulling. I'm talking about that nigga ain't missed nothing. I ran him every time he got that bitch. He crossed. He could dribble too, so he wasn't like he was no sorry nigga. But I made it very easy. He got wide open jump shot, and he didn't miss. Whop. Nigga just went off. That nigga played like 4 minutes the whole game. Probably had like 20 points, right? And he came up and hugged me like, nigga, you my nigga. You know, like he was like, man, you help, good looking, dog, good looking. I said, man, I'm gonna get you open, dog. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get you your shot off because I knew that's what coach wanted us to do. I'm up there trying to be an extension of the coach. So I'm like, you know what? Let me make sure he wants our wing players to get wide open threes. I was in at the damn 4. I know I'm short, but he put me in at the 4. That's another video, right? But anyway, this is Tuskegee. This is Ben Joel, right? Anyway, he put me in there. I ran his ass off. His ass hit 20 points. Look, man, if you good enough to make a team, you should be good enough to get the ball across half court. It's the bottom line. Especially when it's 4 or 5 other people that have been riding the bench with you. One thing I hated, if I was on the bench and I get in the game and you turning the fucking ball over. That shit used to, I'm like, man, bro, why you turning the ball over? I never forget I was in, where was I, man? I was in Puerto Rico. I never forgot this shit. I was playing ball in Puerto Rico back in 2004, right? White boy about like 6'10". Me and him get in the game. We go up the court. I ain't gonna lie, I made some nice ass moves. Man, I froze the dude, the crowd going ooh and ah. I go up in the lane like I'm winning up the ball all up over my shoulder, like I'm finna lay that bitch up. I collapse the defense. I wrap that bitch around the back of one of the defenders. 6'10" white boy catches the bitch, fumbling with he fumbling with the fucking ball, right? He tries to go up. Some little 6-foot guard jumps up chest to chest and cuffs his shit. And they laugh his ass off the floor. The damn coach called timeout, took both of us out the game. Like I had something to do with it. I was mad as hell. I was mad. Like, and I'm looking at him, man, my bad. I'm like, all right, man. Yeah. Why the fuck did he took me out? I ain't had shit to do. That's his ass. I gave him a nice ass pay. I went through the lane. I had that bitch on my shoulder, kind of like, because they were trying to reach for it. So I threw a move, went through the lane. I'm collapsing. They thinking I'm finna try to dunk the bitch. I go up, show it to him, and wrap it around the dude back. It was perfect. It was perfect. I know you'd have dunked it, Hoop. You would have dunked the shit out this bitch, dog.
Yes, sir.
Gave it to him. He fumbling with the bitch for about 2 seconds. Some guard comes up. I mean, this guard is shorter than me. Went up and jumped, cupped it. I mean, when I say cupped it, cupped that bitch with his elbow, damn near. Had his elbow up high enough to cup his shit. I said, man, what the fuck, man? What the fuck was that?
Snatch that nigga shit.
Yeah, like, man, what the fuck? Time out. Everybody laughing and shit, because you know Puerto Ricans be hype. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, what the fuck was that? I was mad as hell, man. That was summer of 2004. I was mad as hell. That was the last time I seriously tried to play some ball. What's up, man? What's up? But let's keep going. So this is the thing. Let's go.
But a timeout is unfair to my guys. And so I'm going to take a swing on an assistant coach, and people are defending this, and people are acting like, oh, he got in Juwan's face. Juwan was trying to walk by, and he stopped the man. The man don't want to be touched. You can't touch a grown man. That mentality that Juwan Howard is projecting and we're defending is why our murder rate is astronomical.
Boom.
He talking that shit now. He talking that shit now. Yeah.
Boom.
He talking that shit now.
Is he not speaking gospel truth? Well, I opened up this video with gospel music. But that was true. That was true right there, brothers. And I've been guilty. It's been times where I done kind of got into some words and did some shit. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, that shit could have went down the wrong path. And I could have been in a fight, or I could have been in a fucking scuffle with a nigga. I don't know if the nigga got a gun. I don't know who he with. Sometimes as black men, we gotta think before we act. You know what I'm saying? McIntyre. I used to go to McIntyre all the time and play. I played at Carver, so I played with a lot of them McIntyre niggas. Damn sure did. Bug and Snail. Ask anybody about them two there. Bug and Snail. If you from McIntyre, you know them. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, the whole thing, man, when it came down to it, is that you know, it's been times where we done all been as men. You a man, you know, you don't believe in getting disrespected. Exactly. You damn right. 94. You right, Alexis. 94. That's when it was. So anyway, you know, we've all been disrespected, man. We've had people do different things, but cooler heads should prevail because you got a lot to lose, and especially Juwan, you got a $5 million a year job, brother. Yeah, you got money. You said he made that decision because he got money. Well, guess what's better than money? New money. Pride, dignity, right? Self-respect, and making more money, making more funds, right? You saw a championship battle. Yeah, that was them. Bug and Snail, they won the state. Damn sure did. So what I'm saying is, guys, we gotta make wise decisions and wise choices, man. And they're not making wise choices. Let me show you what Juwan said. Now watch this shit. Watch this.
Immunizes Howard from real consequence. He took the black scene, the alleged experimental cure, incensed.
So the dude, now let me go back. Let's play the video.
As whites, Asians, and Latinos. Howard is fully vaccinated and boosted. He can't be touched. We saw that yesterday in the handshake.
Guys, it's crippling to black people when they do shit like this. We don't see it like that. We don't see it, but little moments like this where he don't get treated fairly, where you don't treat fair is for his ass to be fired, okay? I can't go into my job and slap the shit out somebody tomorrow. Somebody say something to me and I go slap somebody else in another department. I can't do that shit, neither could you. But he gets away with it. This shit is crippling. This is not good. You the head coach of Michigan. You a fucking role model to a lot of kids that want to play for Michigan. Shit, when I was coming up, playing for Michigan was the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, you come on, man. Fab Five, Juwan Howard. I can name Jimmy King, Ray Jackson.
Howard, absolutely.
Chris Webber and Jalen Rose. Right? And Rob, the guy coming off the bench, the 7-footer.
And then Tractor Trailer them after that. Like, it was a great program.
Damn sure did. Legendary. And my thing is, this was a great program you coming from. And guess what the endowment of Michigan is? 20 times bigger than the University of Alabama. The endowment, Palinka was on that team. He hit a shot and put them in the Final Four. You damn right. I remember he hit that shot. He hit a little goofy little bank shot off the glass in the Final Four and took him. That's because they was about to lose a game and he hit a shot and got an and one or some shit. Damn sure did. But the point I'm trying to make, if you look at this endowment, they got a $18 billion endowment for University of Michigan, right? $18 billion. University of Alabama has a $900 million endowment. So this ain't no little, this is damn near Ivy League right here we talking about. Damn near Ivy League right here. You got a job, you are the head coach of one of the richest universities in the country, and you acting like a damn child. I don't condone that shit. I condone this tough guy shit. Black men, we got to let that shit go.
After the Wisconsin Badgers routed Howard's Wolverines. incensed that Wisconsin coach Greg Gard called a timeout with 15 seconds to play.
Now, this is the dude right here. You mouth it out. You see he looking right at him, right? This shit that this is what gets me. Now, you looking at this dude and mouthing at him. Now, why the fuck you gonna punch him? Now, watch this.
Howard yelled at and attempted to walk past Gard.
See there? Now, why was that? That was just some tough guy shit. Let me go back.
All that yesterday in the handshake line after the Wisconsin Badgers routed.
I don't even think he deserved Western Michigan. That's a nice program there. Shit, he don't need to be there. His ass need to be in a high school somewhere, coach.
Howard's Wolverines. Incensed.
He don't need to be in a fucking high school. Shit, I wouldn't want my son playing for him. He fuck around and hit some. He a multi-millionaire. He really gonna act a fool in high school.
That Wisconsin coach Greg.
So that's the coach you done had words with. This dude here, like, man, what the fuck wrong with you? That's probably what he said.
A timeout with 15 seconds to play. Howard yelled at.
Dude didn't touch him. He looking at the player. The player saying something. He looked at the player and said something.
And attempted to walk past Gard without the customary handshake. Gard placed his hand on Howard's elbow and tried to explain his use of a timeout. Howard responded by grabbing Gard's shirt in the center of his chest and then pointing a finger in Gard's face while repeatedly shouting, "Don't effing touch me." Players and assistant coaches separated Howard and Gard. Moments later, Howard reached across several people and struck.
Hey, so stop it real quick. What does that sound like? Whereas it's a situation that is controllable and something small that can incense something. What does that sound like? What a lot of brothers in this space talk about.
It's controllable. It's something small and it escalated. I don't know what you mean.
Let me help you out. That's some women shit.
Yeah.
That's some women shit.
It is.
Because as men, you got to be over the situation. Like, all right, motherfucker, don't put your hands on me, but I'm a professional.
I'm going to be honest
like,
with you. Brother, that man ain't really do shit. You just mad.
You're upset you got your ass whooped.
Like that. Come on, man. That man had to grab your elbow and y'all to won the game. You just say, oh, yeah, no problem. And walk
exactly.
the fuck up.
But again,
yeah,
that's some woman shit though. So we like to be hyper masculine. We like to be alpha male, all this shit. And you condone that shit. That's light, bro. That's light. That shit that get women turned up. We supposed to quote unquote be better than that. So I just want to point that out. Continue.
No, I mean, look, man, at the end of the day, I think that whole little shit is some shit that we really got to talk about. This is what it is right here, like the brother just said.
Watch where you walking, nigga. Hey, what you say, nigga?
Watch closely. You're about to experience a nigga moment. Webster defines the nigga moment as a moment when ignorance overwhelms the mind of an otherwise logical Negro man.
What did you say, bitch, nigga? Hey, squeeze it, nigga.
Causing him to act in an illogical, self-destructive manner, i.e., like a nigga. Nigga moments are unpredictable.
Hey, wait, man, wait. This is stupid. Hey, let's put the guns away.
See, this is funny. But we all know situations where niggas done got stepped on their Jordans. That's what this shit is. That's what Juwan Howard thought he was back in Chicago in his 1991. That's what he thought. I'm in Chicago. It's 1991. This motherfucker done stepped on my J's. That's what it is. And I'm finna whoop his ass. But you're a multi-millionaire, dog. You've been a millionaire longer than your ass was a player in Chicago playing basketball.
Fam, I know a dude killed over that shit. Stepping on his shoes. Killed in Houston, bro.
Benji in Chicago.
Yeah.
Was Benji, the damn player supposed to be like, you
better.
Yeah.
He had a ESPN 30 for 30 on Benji's story.
From Simeon. Yeah. Benji was supposed to be the man. Dude shot him scared. Thought Benji was going to whoop his ass. Why the fuck is Benji trying to play the tough guy? He shouldn't have killed him. I agree with that. He deserved to go to jail. But what I'm saying is, Benji trying to play tough, scared the shit out of the boy. You about 6'6", 6'7". You scared him.
Exactly. You scared the dog shit out of his ass.
The boy shot your ass. Yep. You wasn't armed. You ain't bulletproof. and you dead.
Nigga ain't want them hands. Exactly.
Exactly. Most cats don't. So my thing is, at the end of the day, why, like, we have got to make better choices. We got to, man. It had been a couple of times. I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit. It been a couple of times I bit my tongue.
Absolutely.
And it burned because my pride, it's in me, dog. Don't listen. Don't think for 1 second. I'm a man just like you. I got the same testosterone. You think I don't hear those thoughts? That nigga must think you a bitch, man. That nigga must think I ain't shit. Man, who the fuck this nigga talking to? I ought to slap the shit out that nigga. Who the fuck? You hear that demon in your head talking, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. I'm gonna be out of. We done all been there, right? And then you let the nigga get away with the shit, and the nigga think he think, oh, that nigga a bitch. He's scared.
Exactly.
That's what you think. So you like, next time you like, any nigga fuck with me, I'm gonna slap the shit out of him on site. Let these niggas know I ain't the one to be fucked with, right? We all like. I'm like that. We all got it in us. If you're a black man, you gotta have that shit in you to be a black man, especially going to the black community. You gonna get fucked. It happens. It's happened to all of us. But now you in your 40s. Now you got money. You got a life. You got mortgage, bills.
You got shit to lose, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You hit a motherfucker 9. Like that video, everybody playing to that dude beating that dude's ass because he called him a nigga. Oh, he going to jail. His life has changed. Y'all know what I'm talking about? What a dude, white dude called him a nigga. Everybody sharing the shit on Instagram. And they talking, ha, 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 Black History Month. You beat the shit out this white man. Now, the white man called you a nigga. And I ain't going to say I would be calm if a white man called me a nigga. I probably have some words. It'll be a problem. What I'm saying is, he beat the shit out this white man. What's that going to get you? It's going to get you some jail time. All that white man, everybody felt sorry for the white man. Like, oh, shit, he beat his ass. Y'all making fun of that shit to his ass. Yeah, I was just assaulted. I was assaulted. And they got video footage of that shit. And you beating his ass. He talking, don't you know?
He done.
Call me a nigga. He just slapping his, beating his ass. And what made it so bad, he beat his ass just slapping him. He beat him so bad when he turned around, his face was bloody. I was like, man, he beat the shit out of that dude. Like, it wasn't even close. That was a straight ass whooping, like he whooped his child or something, right? White dude shouldn't have been saying that shit. I'm sure he learned his lesson. But now your ass finna go to jail for assault. You might do 3-4 years. And if you got priors, you're probably gonna do longer than that. Is it worth it to prove to this white man that he can't call you a nigga? Or would it have been better to walk the fuck on, to mind your damn business when you got shit to lose? I've made business decisions a few times as an adult. I call them executive decisions. Like Deion Sanders said, he made business decisions not to tackle motherfuckers going full speed. Because Deion Sanders had breakneck world-class speed, still does. If he hit your ass going full speed, he gonna break something on his body or yours. Was it smart for Deion to tackle somebody? No, he was like, no, I ain't gonna hit you like that. I don't hit nobody and I don't get hit, right? Executive choices, decisions. It's just like being willy-nilly with your dick. Fucking whatever you see moves. It's not smart. There are consequences. You can't get out here in these streets and be diving up and down on every woman you see. There are consequences for that.
It's facts.
Right? And so you can't just get out here and be on that energy of just like trying to allow yourself to try to be this tough guy. That shit. And so, black man, I asked a question today. What has being tough gotten to black men?
The bottom.
What resources, intangibles, have you gotten by proving or showing us that you're tough? Huh?
Bullshit ass hyper masculinity. Asking, and then here's a caveat: you still asking other men for your like, for your approval, for your whatever. It's just crazy, man.
You're a tough guy, but then you're out here begging to my Black Lives Matter, right? You're a tough guy. You whoop somebody's ass, but you don't care about us. That's what you do. You weak. Which is it? You tough guy, you whoop somebody's ass, or are you a bitch? And it's usually the thugs. Those are the ones you see doing all the protesting. The tough guys, the pants sagging, wild ass. Remember the guy got shot over there at the Wendy's, right? And everybody, what's his name? Rashard Brooks got shot at the Wendy's. And I remember niggas was over there foaming at the mouth like a dog with rabies, talking about white supremacy, this white supremacy.
That nigga drunk as fuck.
Yeah, you put the barricade up, right? Then
I remember that.
You put the barricade up, a woman rides by with a kid, and you kill the child. Like, what tangibles did you get from the barricade? What did that prove? Huh? That you tough? What are you ruling? What are you controlling? Right? You'd be better served, black man, by smiling at people and being nice and friendly. That's what you'd be better served as.
Joe Krabenhoff. Howard's blow ignited a fracas among players from both teams. Howard's on-court post-game behavior was embarrassing and justifies a season-ending suspension. Howard's post-game interview was troubling and justifying his firing. Watch this clip.
Now, this is the part where I felt like, okay, he going too far. Because, okay, you got a little heated in the middle. What did you expect, Hoop? When you saw this, you said, what did you expect before you watched it? Because before I watched it, I expected him to be like, my emotions got the best of me. We lost the game. Really, we work hard. That's what I say. We work hard. My emotions got the best of me. I really shouldn't have hit him. I want to go ahead and issue an apology right now. I shouldn't have done that. I was out of control. I apologize. I talked to my team, told them this is not how you should conduct yourself. This is how a grown fucking man is supposed to talk. Juwan Howard is pushing 50.
Yeah.
Ain't that what he's supposed to say?
Well, I expected that because I know the coaching culture. I know the coaching world. I was a Division I college coach. I know being a fucking professional. From this new woke era, 2020 and beyond, well, no, we can go back 2015.
2012.
This woke area, I expect exactly what he said.
I say 2012. Trayvon Martin.
Fair enough.
Trayvon Martin changed it all.
Yeah, so, no, I didn't take Juwan for that kind of guy. Now, the reason why I say that is because in my group, in Sir Tice, in the space as well, he's seen it. This is a sentiment a lot of black men do. It's like, okay, it's basically emotional based decision making, and it didn't surprise me. Now, to your credit, I wanted to see him, be contrite, basically admit he's wrong and then move forward. But no, what he said was pretty much what I expected. And it's sad I expected that. And I got exactly what I expected.
I mean, and that's the thing. It's like, if you expect it, I don't. I'm not a coach. I'm a former player. I've been around a lot of basketball players. But you think, man, listen, man, when you turn 40, something changes mentally for a lot of black men. It should. It's something about that number 40. When you turn, I can see you in your 30s, you still want to be on that rah-rah shit. You got a few instances of people still talking crazy in their 30s. But once you cross 40, you're not the athlete you used to be. Right? Your values change now. You don't care about what you cared about in your 20s. I gave a damn about busting a nigga ass on the court in my 30s and 20s. If somebody said something to me about they'll beat me, nigga, I'll show you what's up. Where them shoes at? Let's get it. Now you can say that, man, I'll bust your ass. So
nigga, fuck you.
Yeah, right. So I don't give a fuck. You think I'm finna get out there and try to have my knees and back and elbow all sore and shit for weeks trying to show you I can play the game?
Thanks.
I don't give a fuck. So what if you're better than me? Does that put money in your pocket? Because it don't put
there you go.
I'd rather go make some money, nigga. That's what I'm on. Let's make some money. Fuck all this trying to be the best ball player. I'm not in the NBA. Even if I was good enough to be in the NBA, I'm too old and too short. That's the truth.
Let's go to my point, sir. That's what we on, because we understand the importance of a role like that. What I said with my homeboy who coaches high level D1 says that he never had that in the equation. So how do you extrapolate the actions of a dude where, saying survival of the fittest, you're almost some grown man stuff, who's a multi-millionaire many times over? How do you extrapolate his mindset?
Can I tell you why he did that, man? You probably gonna disagree with this. You know why he did that?
Go for it.
The same reason Antonio Brown ran off the field. Athletes in the black community are coddled, from the time there. This guy has been getting his ass kissed from the time he was in the 9th grade. He hasn't had to be an adult. The only reason he was viewed as the older, more milder guy was because of he just wasn't Chris Webber. He wasn't Chris Webber. He wasn't Jalen Rose. He was the 3rd best player on the team. Really, I would say probably 4th best because Ray Jackson was a defensive beast to me. I like Ray Jackson, right? Ray Jackson just didn't probably get drafted by the right team.
Same here. He's from Dallas. He's a Texas boy.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, he was tough. He would have went somewhere else and been the man. But that being said, I think the guy went to the NBA, had a 20-year career, played with LeBron, got a couple of championships. He's made some relationships with people. He's famous. He's been in certain circles. Guys like that, they have an elitist-ass attitude towards. It's just like most black people, black athletes, I told you. Most athletes I know that are basketball players, usually the bigs I get along with, but most of the time, prima donna, bitch-ass niggas, most of them. Most basketball players that I know that are really good were prima donna, bitch-ass, elitist motherfuckers that still, to this day, walk around Montgomery like I'm better than you because of what I did in 1994. I'm telling you what it is, right? I know dudes like that. To this day, they'll see me and be like, "Oh, there go that nigga. He da because I'm better than him from 30 years ago." Never mind if I bust his ass when we was 27. That don't matter. What happened when it counted? When it was time for me to go to high school, he still think he better than me, right? Even when I became a man, we met up. He couldn't check me, but when he was at Alabama, I couldn't sign with Alabama at 18. He was way better than me. He's probably a top 5 player. One guy in particular who I'm talking about, top 10 in the country. But he was developed further and faster than a lot of us did, right? He had more experience, older brothers, shit like that. But, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's just a fucking game at the end of the day. Basketball has never been a reason for you to judge someone's manhood off of, okay? You never let how well someone puts a ball in a hoop judge someone's manhood, because that brother that you saw that got cut or rode the bench may be able to help your ass get a job one day or a business loan, right? Life is funny how life happens, man. Life comes full circle. And the guy that was the best basketball player is the guy that works at the factory, or the guy that never played 1 second of college basketball, but he killing in the church league, right? Hitting 30 a game in the church league. Woo-wee. He was the man in high school. What did that get him? What does that get you in life? And so Juwan Howard has that complex, this elitist black complex of I'm an athlete and I've been getting my ass kissed for the last 30 years. Even the average guy on the bench. This is why I never really beat up Michael Jordan for being an asshole. Because most basketball players I knew were assholes. I know Michael Jordan was an asshole. I saw it on the court. I can look at a game and watch how you talk to other players and tell somebody, I know LeBron is a bitch ass nigga, and I know he's an asshole. He been getting his ass kissed. Look at him. He's so damn narcissistic. This nigga gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna play with my son. You basically just stole your own son's thunder. Instead of letting him make it to the NBA on his own, you basically saying he gonna make it because I'm gonna play with him. So now you done made his shit. You done pretty much ruined his fucking career, because every time when you retire from here on out, his son is gonna get mad disrespect on the court. Mad disrespect, because basketball, unlike any other thing in life, a lot of times sports is a meritocracy. And if you're gonna be a lottery pick because of your father, that's fucked up. What about you, Hoops?
You know what? I don't even care so much about that. It's just my problem with LeBron is how he finds a way to inject himself in every mentionable storyline possible, and it transcends sport. One thing, and I'm gonna reference it 3 times over. Number one, most recently, talking about Luka Doncic. Oh, well, he remind me of me. He plays the same way I do. Blah, 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 blah. Like, dude, get over yourself.
Yep.
With Bronny injecting himself, and we saw it permeate many times over. In the AAU game, getting in the layup line, dunking and shit. And most people say, oh, he's just having fun with the kids. And normally I would leave it at that. Because sometimes you want to get out there with the kids and show what you can do. But it's a consistent pattern with him. He likes to siphon the energy out of other people who made hell over him in the moment.
Even his son.
Number 3. You remember when DK Metcalf had that crazy game, like 2 years ago?
Hold on. See here, this is what I'm talking about. Way better than MJ kids. Bronny was a 50 ranked player in the country. Let's see if Bronny goes to a school and averages 25 points like Michael Jordan's son did. Because but judging on what Michael Jordan's son did at Central Florida,
yeah, Marcus was the hooper.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, now the shorter one, yeah, you might be right.
Jeffrey was trash. Jeffrey was trash.
The older one was hitting 20-something points a game.
Yeah, that's Jeffrey. Yeah, he's trash.
Yeah, he one of the leading scorers in the country. Let's see if Bronny goes to college. First of all, he ain't going to college. Let's see if he's that good. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, he's only averaging 10 points a game. But
I seen Bronny play in real life. He all right, bro.
I'm not saying he's bad, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm
saying he all right.
I could go to Montgomery and find you some kids and
exactly.
bust his ass. Okay,
I tell you worse. D Wade kid is worse than Bronny. D Wade kid is terrible, and I hate to put that on that brother. Zaire, he's not good at all.
But you know what I respect though? It ain't D Wade could have played an extra year or two and got his son on at Miami, but he didn't.
His son better was playing on Sierra Canyon, man. So my evaluations come just from hoop. Like I take all that other shit out. It's what do I see? So I saw Sierra Canyon play 2 years ago when Bronny was a freshman, Zaire was a senior. Zaire barely looked like a Division I player to me. And I don't begrudge D Wade to getting his son in with the Ignite program and the G League right now. Man, get your boys on. Nepotism, I got no problem with that. That's white people been doing that shit forever.
Hold on. But okay, let's examine that now. Okay, so if he gets his son in the G League, I probably won't have no problem with it. That's not what LeBron said. LeBron just basically said he's going to come and play with his son, which means whichever team
draft pick, yeah,
exactly. And so you talking about a first round pick because teams are probably going to be jostling because now it's about getting LeBron on their team to sell tickets, right?
At 45 years old, 44, would he be 40 when Bronny's eligible? Like 42 or something like that.
41, something like that. But
who the hell wants a 41-year-old LeBron James?
Well, yeah, but he's going to be stat padding up until then.
Oh yeah, he's going to do that.
He's going to be averaging about 24. He's going to average his 24, 25 points while his team. He's going to be a plus or minus, probably about a minus 30 for every time he step on the court. He's not going to play defense. He's going to let the other players are going to take the other team's best players. He's going to literally. I saw him one time, literally on defense, on offense, try to post a guy up, miss the shot, scream at the ref. The team went down for like 10 seconds, came back. He wasn't even on the screen. They get back. He's still on the post, on the block, standing there.
No, he gonna do that.
He didn't even walk past the free throw line to try to play defense. So this is the type of ball playing he's playing. So right now, he's gonna probably in 2 years still be able to do that. When his son comes, he's gonna be that, man. And then you got all his minions in the media, so he's gonna get that. The problem I have with it, if your son gets in the second round, whatever, you try to get him in the second round pick, fine. He ain't have to say that shit. When you say, I'm going to play with him, because you could have still played with him. Because it ain't like, I'm going to be honest with you, it's not like Bronny's going to be a fucking lottery pick. He wasn't finna be no lottery pick, okay? He's just not. So, the boy is number 35 in the country. He's not a lottery pick. He's just not. And he wouldn't be, if he wasn't LeBron's son, he probably wouldn't even be a top 200 player.
No.
So, that's the thing I'm saying. So, what you about to do is get a guy who's not that good in front of a lot of guys who are much better, who's probably in that same draft that are going to be future MVPs, and they're going to shit on him real bad. Because imagine if you draft the next Kobe Bryant. He's the 10th pick, and you draft Bronny the 3rd pick. What you think, Kobe, what would the next Kobe Bryant do to him for the next 20 years if he lasts that long? What is he going to say? What is he going to say to him on the court? When he
you know what's funny? I don't know if you saw Stephen A. Smith. He recently had a comment on this very subject. Did you see the way he was complimenting Bronny?
Man, that's why he ranked what they say on TV.
giving that boy the most made up, contrived compliments I've ever seen from somebody evaluating a prep school player. He went as low to say, well, Bronny, he actually shoots better than his dad at the same age. I'm like, bro.
I think he does. I do think he's a better shooter.
Of course he does. Who doesn't? LeBron James could shoot it all.
Yeah, he could. Yeah.
That's like saying you can walk to a dude in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
What are you saying? So to me, that's a bullshit, like, shovel compliment, but it's not really valuation. And I put a video up. Well, I'm about to put a video up. And let me juxtapose it this way. I made a video 4 years ago about LaMelo Ball, back when he left Chino Hills High School and went to Lithuania. I said, after he played the first game I saw, I was like, this kid will be a star. So everybody who's saying that him leaving high school is going, I was like, this kid will be a star. Fast forward 4 years later, rookie of the year, played his first All-Star game year 2. I evaluate shit off just what I see. This is how I am. I respect basketball at the highest order. When I watch Bronny James, I don't see that. I see Bronny, his, like you say, his cachet may get him there. The game, I don't see it, bro. So I know, the brother in the chat kind of bigged him up. I just don't see it.
I ain't trying to be funny, man. The man had a game where he hit 21 and it was a big fucking deal. Think about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, okay, he had Sierra Kenyon. Dude, you a junior. You've been in that program. You've been playing varsity since in the 9th grade. I'm just telling you, as a ball player, we would see it by now. If you was a lot big, we would see it if you were a top 50 player is averaging 20 right now. Damn near all of them.
Exactly.
Show me a top 50 player ain't averaging 20 points a game right now in high school. All you got is Bronny. And they still being judged off potential, even though they're averaging 20, 25 points in high school, and not all of them are at some weak-ass schools either. We talking about Simeon. We talking about what's the academy? Montverde Academy. IMG Academy. Go look at the list. These ain't no weak-ass schools these kids is at.
Facts.
Simon Gratz, legendary. Dunbar. These don't be no weak-ass high schools. And then you got these kids coming out of these programs, and they looking at this dude like, no. And so because LeBron said that, his son will be a lottery pick. That was fucked up. He should not have done that. He still was going to get him. Look, I knew LeBron was going to get his son in. We all knew that. But when you say that, now you putting yourself as a package deal. He's a target. And LeBron know that shit. I think LeBron sometimes does not have the awareness of how much he's not liked. I don't think he knows how much people don't like him. Like, folks don't like you. Shut the fuck up. They don't
what they call it, the emperor with no clothes.
Yeah. It's like, dude, people don't like you. They know you. They sick of you. They sick of you hogging attention, wanting attention for everything. Speaking of, while I got you on here, brother, I'm glad I got you on here. I got something I made just for you. I'm going to forward it.
For me, sub?
I'm going to forward it to you.
All right.
So I'm going to open this up. I want you to see this shit here. And this is for all the Michael Jordan haters out there. Yes, I'm a Michael Jordan fan, but this for all the Michael Jordan haters, right? Let me close this. So what you're looking at is an exhaustive list of all of the guards, small forwards, and point guards that Michael Jordan faced over his years in Chicago. And it's who's who in the Hall of Fame. Like, it's so many Hall of Famers. A lot of these dudes are legends. Adrian Dantley, Alex English, Mark Aguirre, Dominique Wilkins, Julius Erving, Clyde Drexler, Larry Bird, Bernard King, right? That's his first year. George Gervin. And they wasn't no slouch. These ain't no little slow ass. These niggas averaging at least 18, 20 points a game. We ain't talking about no scrub, 25, 27. So this shit, I did this because I wanted people to see that Mike ain't just face no bitches, man. And and the reason I did this, shout out to my homeboy James Bristow. Hope you're watching the video. That's my homeboy. We played ball together. But shout out to him. He gonna kill me because I said his name. Sorry, brother, I slipped. But the thing is, These ain't no. I'm looking at these names. I'm like, these some Hall of Famers he played against. These ain't no weak ass dudes. He talking about a bunch of top 50 players too. He ain't faced nobody. He's the first of his kind. So all these dudes that's averaging these points, none of them were athletic. None of them was 6'6" and athletic. None of them could do what Michael Jordan do, right? None of them could jump. Is that what you're telling me? None of them were athletic and 6'6". Stop with the bullshit. Okay? I keep going. I mean, this shit it's the same every year. Every year was the same. These dudes wasn't averaging no low-ass points, man. So stop with the lies, man. I just had to put this. I'm going to forward this to you. I just wanted you to see that.
Hey, men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
you talking about dudes. I'm like, you had a bunch of dudes that was. I took all the power forwards and centers out. They said, well, it was the arrows of the bigs. I took all the bigs out. Larry Bird is a guard, okay? You can say he was a small forward. Yeah, but he played shooting guard. He played small forward. Sometimes he would play power forward, but
he's a basketball player, bro.
Larry Bird could play all three of those positions. Don't you?
Exactly.
So,
left-handed if he wanted to.
Yeah, he could do whatever. So Larry Bird was somebody you would count. Isaiah Thomas is somebody you would count. These are like Clyde Drexler. He finished second in MVP voting in 92. He wasn't nothing to play with. Mike said what he said when he played him because Clyde it was actually a discussion before. If you watch that damn Last Dance, they went back to 92 and they said it was a head-to-head argument at the time who was better. That's how good he was playing at the time. They act like that man wasn't shit. Man, Clyde Drexler, all right. See, this is what I'm talking about. The disrespect.
Top 5 shooting guard of all time.
Yeah, they disrespect guards. They disrespect the guards that Michael Jordan played. You have to do that. And this is why I don't like you, LeBron fan ass motherfucker. I don't like you, motherfuckers. I don't like you. Because you shit on people like Kobe. This shit he said about Kobe. What did he say? Man, you gotta fix this motherfucker. Remember what he told Mike Krzyzewski? That bullshit. Why don't you meet that man and tell him to his face how you feel? Why would you sit here in the middle of it? Why wouldn't you say nothing to the man? You gonna go to Mike Krzyzewski like a little bitch? He was always jealous of Kobe. Because we all know why he was jealous of Kobe. He knew Kobe was a much more skilled talent. He knew it.
Yep.
He knew he was more beloved by the people of LA. He knew he was more beloved by the people. He knew he was more respected by the players in the league.
Yep.
He took an 18-point game, Pau Gasol, and won chips.
Turned him to a champion. Mr. 0-8. 0-8 in the playoffs before he got to the Lakers. Nobody talk about that shit, though.
Yeah.
0-8.
Took that man averaged 19, 18 points a game and won chips with his ass. 2 back-to-back. Yep. You can't never say Kobe. Well, no, LeBron skipped him. Is LeBron better than Jordan? Like, wait a minute. LeBron had 2 championships. They just skipped him then. They skipped Kobe at 2. Like, wait a minute. This man got 2. Kobe got 5. Y'all comparing him to Michael Jordan? That's why I don't like his ass.
Nigga, when did he skip Magic? When did he skip Kareem?
Dude, let me tell you, they put him past all these players, and then when it gets me, they say shit like, well, Mike didn't play nobody. And so that's why I did that. That's why I made that spreadsheet that you guys that illustrious spreadsheet that you just saw, because I wanted you guys to see that there were guards averaging he played some nice-ass guards in his era. Reggie Miller, Clyde Drexler, Terrell Brandon, Mitch Richmond, Allen Iverson was in his era and was an all-star. Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Grant Hill.
But everybody bring up Iverson crossing Jordan over, though. But that they count. But beating him, no, well, he was young. Okay, all right.
Gary Payton, Grant Hill. These are all guys that played in his era. Sam Cassell was balling, averaging 21 points a game for the New Jersey Nets. Yep. Tim Hardaway was averaging 20 points for Miami. Kenny Anderson was having a hell of a year in Boston for the Celtics. All these are scrubs, though. So you telling me if we put Kenny Anderson in the league today, he wouldn't do shit. Mr. 50 points on Bobby Hurley. Let me show y'all something right quick. Let me show y'all young cats something, man. Let me show these young cats something, man. Let me show y'all what he did. Ken Anderson was a motherfucker, man.
Hey, and listen to this, though, while you looking that up. How about this notion? Back then, they played team defense and they can hand check back then. So it's a different game. So people try to do head-to-head where it was more of a team concept and you can be more physical in Jordan's era. And I'm not even a Jordan fan like that. But what I won't do is sit there and listen to disrespect.
That's what I'm saying, man. Watch this shit here. I'm going to play the mixtape.
Well, I was just driving in my farm cruising, listening to music, looking at the girls, it's amusing. Ignition, turn off the key, I'm on a mission. Dismissing, lyrical addition, condition. My brain is pumping hard like a piston competition. It's getting less, I'm the best, so listen. You wishing to run away from my smoke of power. An hour is all I need to have you in my power. A flower, one rose, no one knows how it goes, full of holes. The stage is empty, I'm good at plenty, gently. Put you in your place, don't try to tempt me, just three.
This is my era, man. Let me tell you something. I know people from New York. A lot of them used to come to run and shoot back in the day. I heard a lot of stories about this guy. This guy bodied a lot of motherfuckers in New York, man. This nigga was for real. And people just shit on Ken Anderson. Like I said, wasn't the era. He was focused on a lot of other shit, right? Women, all types of crazy shit like that. But when you want to talk about a baller, Steve Francis, a soldier, a straight up soldier, right? These are the types of players that we don't respect. You know what I'm saying? We just drag them and say they were just weak. We drag these guys. Oh, they were scrubs. Mike ain't play nobody. These niggas was sorry, man. These niggas wasn't nothing. Terrell Brandon was, man, Mike had problems with Terrell Brandon. I'm telling you that shit now. Terrell Brandon was tough. You remember him?
Absolutely. Cleveland Cavaliers.
That nigga was bad, boy. Telling you, but we
Absolutely.
talk like, hey, there was a time Cedric Ceballos was a motherfucker. In
Right.
Dallas. We don't talk about him. You know what I'm saying? Mike Finley in his prime at Dallas.
Absolutely.
He's from Chicago. I think he's from Michigan. But he know Mike. They used to go at it.
Dan Marley, even Dan Marley. Dan Marley wasn't great defensively, but offensively, that's a headache.
I mean, let me tell you, as you go down this list. Now, you got Tracy McGrady. He did face Tracy McGrady in Toronto, but I ain't going to count that. We ain't going to count that.
Yeah.
He wasn't ready yet. But let's say this. He faced Glenn Rice. A lot of guys that could ball, bro. And if you go down this list, it's some nice players that was putting up. Ray Allen, was it just the Milwaukee Ray Allen? So he's playing him in. You know what I'm saying? Jerry Stackhouse. You know, these
But
are
sir,
games.
he played in the big man era, but you had to overcome the big man. So it's still team game. I don't want to hear that shit.
My thing is this, bro. I love the talent that we have. There's a lot of guys that can play the game now, but there's no way in hell you telling me that Chris Jackson wouldn't bust these niggas' ass today.
He's perfect for this game, this era.
There's nobody gonna tell me that shit. But back then, the way the game was played, he wasn't able to get off like that. He was only averaging 18 points a game. See that?
Yeah.
He's only averaging 18. Steph Curry, that's about what Steph would have did right there. 18 a game. That's about what he did. Because this dude can shoot just like him, was a much better athlete, will dunk on your ass. He
Much
will
better
dunk
athlete.
on your ass. From Murrah High School in Mississippi, Chris Jackson, lightning quick. Actually, probably a better athlete, just all around better athlete, and just as good of a shot. Put him in this
He
era.
had no conscience.
And put him in this era. I actually think he's more clutch than Steph.
That's what I'm saying. He had no conscience.
None. But we look at these dudes and we say, man, this dude is scrub, man. He ain't that good, man. You putting this dude up there, man. He was a scrub. He was like, bro, do you understand who you talking about? Like, let me, you know, like this is shit I'm talking about. And you look at this shit, now it looks like, oh man, he wasn't that good. This dude was the all-time leading scorer for one season in basketball up until your boy. Up until who was that? Kevin Durant. So just let that sink in. Nobody clicked harder in college but Kevin Durant. That's the only guy that scored more points than this dude.
That's crazy.
In a year.
And Kevin Durant, 7 foot. This dude,
Yeah,
Chris Jackson, 6'1".
This dude here will pull up on your ass quick too. When you wasn't even gonna be able to get your hands up. He was that fast.
6'1".
Fast, lightning quick. That's what I'm saying. 45, he hit 45 on Georgia. He had them damn Pistol Pete numbers. 53.
Facts.
This shit I'm talking about. Now, I can keep going. All these games are on here. Look at it. He gave Jason Kidd 39 right here in 95. Gave his ass 39, 10 assists and 8 threes in one game.
Ellis and Antonio McNice to Kemba.
Hey, but this is why streams like this are important, though, to give people history lessons, man. It's like, yo, the NBA existed before LeBron, before Steph. You need to know your history, man.
Yeah.
And that's why these are important.
Yeah. That dude's shot was deadly, bro. And he'll shoot it. See, Steph is great for shooting way out in half court, running off screens. This dude right here, they weren't running the offense through him. He had to create his own shot. Steph can create his own shot too. I'm not saying he can't. But in clutch moments, give me Chris Jackson.
Yep.
Give me Chris Jackson.
And he even had, for these Negroes who like the social justice shit, he was a dude of principle. He stood on his square about what he believed. He was ahead of his time in both ways.
Exactly. And we talk about these guys like they're scrubs, and there were no 6'6" athletic guards until the 2000s. Let LeBron fans tell it. Nobody was 6'6" and athletic, right? Nobody could jump. Nobody, like, what the fuck? So you telling me nobody could jump in the 80s, in the 90s, right? Nobody.
Exactly.
Nobody was 6'6" and could jump in the 90s.
Harold Miner, anybody?
I mean, come on. What did they call Harold Miner?
Baby Jordan.
Until he ran up against Mike. What did they call Jerry Stackhouse? They called Jerry Stackhouse. They said Jerry Stackhouse was better than Jordan until he ran up against Mike. Jerry Stackhouse said, I can beat Mike. I used to beat him in the summer at North Carolina when he was working on his game. He was talking shit. Mike came back that summer after 95 when he lost and destroyed his ass.
Yep.
What did Anthony, wait a minute, what did he say about Anthony Pillar? Y'all might be like, man, Anthony Pillar, scrub. Somebody from Missouri? Anthony Pillar ain't, man, Anthony Pillar was the shit at Missouri.
Hooper, nigga.
That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all talk, this nigga was averaging 20 points in the league. He wasn't no bitch. What did he tell Byron Scott? He said, oh, who guarded me tonight? Anthony Pillar. 50. He said that shit. And so
he was a bully, bro.
What did Byron Scott say? What did Byron Scott say? Hey, man, look, Mike's going to give you 50, okay? Don't piss him off. Now, this is what he telling his own teammate. This is what he told his own teammate. Just let that, that's what I'm saying. This is what I don't like about LeBron fans. Everybody in the NBA was sorry till LeBron got here. Stop it. That's all I'm saying. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program. I just had to get that shit off my chest. Had to get that shit off my chest, man. Now, Juwan Howard, like we were saying, had to get that shit off my chest. But Juwan Howard, Dean Smith told him that. Hey, Mike murked his ass too. Bad. You can see that shit. Look, he beat him so bad, bro. He had that nigga daydreaming. That nigga was I remember one time Mike was at the free throw and they showed Stackhouse. Stackhouse was zoned out. Mike took his heart out his chest, man. It was different. It was different. You could see it. He was not there anymore. Mike embarrassed his ass. That's what I'm saying. And they think that he wouldn't have did that shit to LeBron James, the nigga that broke and froze in the 2011 finals. You think Michael Jordan would not have destroyed his ass back when he first got to the league? Yeah, okay. He'd have been Mike's bitch. So that's what would have happened. He would have been trying to come play with Michael Jordan. That's what he did. That's the truth. And you are correct, brother. You are correct. So let's keep it going.
That 2011 eliminated everything.
The who?
I'm not hearing none of that GOAT discussion.
I mean, yeah, the GOAT discussion is over. I don't even think anybody with any real logical brain. You can see in Cleveland the applause that Michael Jordan got in LeBron James's home fucking town. What does that tell you? They call the top 7
Everything.
They call Michael Jordan last. Why the fuck they call Mike last and not LeBron? Huh? Because everybody and their mama know. Here come the GOAT. He in Cleveland, and LeBron own people is roaring for Michael Jordan. And the media just is quiet. They're not talking about that shit. Yep. Damn, did you see the applause that the Cleveland Cavaliers fan base gave Michael Jordan, who never played at Cleveland? He crushed Cleveland in the 80s.
They remember that abuse?
Then he gave their ass 69. And they
applauded that abuse?
And they applauded him for it. What does that tell you? LeBron is not the GOAT. Simple and plain.
No, people know, bro. People know. And I gotta give LeBron Camp credit for trying to manufacture this shit. They always try to put these messages out, but dog, anybody with 2 eyes know what time it is, man. Like you say.
I don't. I think we tell you something. You got a lot of people born in 2001 that don't know shit, man.
That's fair.
A lot of people, all they got is YouTube. All they got is The Last Dance. I'm not listening. The shit you hear, I didn't even watch The Last Dance till like about 4 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch that shit. I didn't need to.
Yeah.
I saw it. I lived through it. I was glued to the television every Michael Jordan game. It's shit that we didn't even record, that was not recorded, where he kicked folks' ass, and it wasn't recorded, man. I could tell you stories. The shit you seeing now is just shit that the highlights that everybody see. The dunk over Juwan. That's not the essence of Michael Jordan. I'm telling you, the level of intensity of the finals, of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Knicks, you had to be there. That shit was intense, bro. They was trying to hurt his ass physically. They really was trying to hurt. Go watch it. All people got to do is watch the damn game. Just pull it up. All you got to do is pull this shit up right here. 1992 Eastern Conference Finals. Game 7. This shit here.
Also face elimination. Can they find the courage and the championship effort needed to win? Or are we about to witness one of the greatest upsets in basketball history? Pat Riley and his Knicks believe it's possible. Today, for
y'all, man, them niggas was sorry. Them niggas have knocked the shit out of some of these weak ass niggas out here today. I'm just telling you, these Knicks would beat the shit out of a lot of these niggas, man.
The defense was tough.
I don't even know why people, man, you crazy. The Golden State Warriors, man, first of all, they would have tweaked Kevin Durant ankle. He'd have been out for 2 months. You know how you do, right? They'd have knocked the shit out of your boy and they'd have got blown out. Draymond would have tried that tough guy shit until he saw Oakley. He'd have shut the fuck up. That's what would have happened. Oakley would have, what's happening? And it would have been over. It would have been over.
You seen Oakley shut Steven Jackson ass up in the Big Three.
Oakley. What did he say to him? What did he say to him? What did he say to Steven Jackson?
Shit, he told him, damn, what did he say to that nigga? I just watched it like last week. Fuck, what you tell him? Told him stop complaining about the ref or some shit like that. He's like, he's like, I'm about to check myself in. Like, you ain't going nowhere. Something to that effect.
He did.
Yeah, Oakley's on his ass.
I remember what's his name? Kwame Brown said, man, you talking that shit. That man had you crying on the bus, man. I said, oh, shit.
Kwame told that boy, I'm gonna be jumping up and down you like a trampoline.
You talking shit. I talked to Uncle Oak like a man, but you up there crying on the bus like a little bitch. They had to get him off you. I was like, damn.
Man, you know what? And I'm biased because, you know what I'm saying, Steven Jackson from Port Arthur, which is outside of Houston. So, you know, I rock with
I've been to Port Arthur. I used to go to Beaumont all the time.
Fuck that place. I hate that place out there, but it's close to Houston, so I give them their props. You know, that's what Pimp C, you know, rest in peace, Pimp C.
Oh yeah.
UGK all day. But, you know, it's funny when you know, Jack, don't nobody handle Jack no kind of way, ever. Y'all remember when Jack snatched Steve Francis chain and shit on stage? Like, don't nobody fuck with Jack. You know, Jack a blood. He's 6'8". When Kwame started popping that shit at Jack ain't had nothing to say. That told me all I need to know.
Yeah.
He told me all I need to know.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be a tough guy.
He's supposed to be a tough guy. Blood.
Remember what he told?
Like, I'm gonna jump on top of you like a trampoline.
Remember what he told Andrew Wiggins? He said, "I'm a street nigga." He said, "I've been in shootouts. I'm a real nigga because I've been in shootouts, and you don't want this, and you don't want that. Me and you ain't the same." He talked all that shit to Andrew Wiggins. You ain't that good, and you ain't not a boy all-star.
Exactly.
Now what? And now he on a winning team. They might win a championship. Now what?
Because he's silly though. He a little boy. He a little boy. And I respect Jack. Don't get me wrong. As a player, I love Jack. But as a caricature that he's turned into, I can't respect that shit. Because when somebody on your level start talking that hot shit, you had nothing to say back. Now you start turning to this Muslim, trying to be about Allah. Nah, nigga. That ain't how you handle niggas. You talk that shit to Chandler Parsons too. But when Kwame start popping off at your ass, talking about he gonna jump on up and down like a trampoline, you ain't got nothing to say.
Listen to this brother. This brother says we own him like the Kevin Samuels fans be. It's not that serious. Let it go. Let me say something. Let me explain something to you, fans. I know Michael. I'm gonna tell you the truth about Michael Jordan. He was an asshole.
Oh yeah.
He was a warrior though. And the reason you see so much vitriol and hatred coming from my channel towards that bitch ass nigga is because every fucking day I cut my TV on and they suck his dick 24 hours a day.
LeBron?
Yeah. Every day. Nick, you guys, do you know Nick Wright came on TV today and said that the All-Star game proves that the era of people thinking Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time is over because LeBron is attached to every story that has to do with the All-Star game. That's what he said. And Chris Broussard laughed at him. Like, man,
it's
come
contrived.
on. Like, who says shit like that?
Exactly.
And you wonder why I say what I say? Every time I cut the TV on, is how can we get LeBron another top 5 talent to the Lakers? Why not get him the best free agency there is? Let's see if we can get him Zion. Let's see if we can get him Kevin Durant. Let's see if we can get him Kawhi. So I'm not the one. I'm just retaliating and responding to the bitch shit that I see from their end, brother. That's all. I tell you, Mike was an asshole. I'm not now. If you see me saying Mike was a nice guy, and Mike, that's
exactly.
LeBron.
Exactly.
LeBron's a bitch. He's an asshole. He's not a good person. He is a bitch. I don't like him. He treat people like shit. He stab people in the back. What do they say? LeBron is a great player. He makes everybody. Yep. That's dick sucking. See, that's delusional Kevin Samuels fans bullshit. That's fanboyism, right? You saw Kevin Samuels clout chasing, and you say he wasn't, right? That's just stupid, right? I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. I know Mike was an asshole. I'm just saying he was the best. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
I'm a Kobe fan. Kobe has been my favorite player since I was in 8th grade. I'm 38 years old now, so you do the math. I would fully admit Kobe's an asshole. He was arrogant. Kobe, he had hubris, which is his downfall in 2 different series. He quit in 2 series. I don't have no ego with that shit. I call it down the line. So I don't want to hear that shit. Like, I'm on some fanboy shit. I call it like I see it. So when I see shit like that, I'm like, I understand why you say that.
You can't call it fanboyism. I got Kobe as number 2 all time.
You got who?
I got Kobe for my number 2.
Nah, hell no. I got Kobe like around 11. That's my favorite player of all time.
I got Kobe number 2. Bro.
11.
I got him number 2. That's how great he was. That's how great
Kobe
he
was great. Kobe was horrible decision maker at times, horrible shot selector. He quit twice.
That's it. How many times that the guy that
only one time MVP?
How many times did the GOAT quit?
Jordan?
No, I'm talking about the GOAT, the so-called GOAT.
Oh,
how many times he quit? About 20?
He quit against the Pistons.
I seen him quit in regular season games.
Yeah. I would say probably about 3 or 4.
You got to know as a ball player when a nigga just going up and down the court don't give a fuck. He quit against the Golden State Warriors. He gave up after the 50-point game. He gave the fuck up. I know that. He didn't even score 1 point in the whole 4th quarter in overtime. After that timeout, he didn't score no more points. That's called quitting, people. That's what that is.
Yeah.
But
I got Bron's like number 4, number 5 to me. He's 4 or 5.
Listen, man. And that's what I'm
Ain't no
saying.
way in here he beyond.
So you
Max.
got him. He better than he done passed Kobe in your book.
He passed Kobe.
How?
Only because counting numbers. Now, if I'm going off skill, ability, I got Kobe way past.
Wait a minute. Counting what numbers?
Like his stats, basically.
Well, come on, brother. You can't fall for the okie doke. You know the stats.
No, I'm just going off of. I'm going off the consensus of how people evaluate it. Like I said, I test. Has he passed? I think Kobe's a better skilled player than LeBron James. He ain't even close, in my opinion. Ain't even fucking close.
I'm talking about prime Kobe, prime LeBron. Who you got?
Prime Kobe, prime LeBron. Skill-wise, I'm taking Kobe all day. Now, career, LeBron, it ain't even close.
Well, hold on. Take Kobe and put him on the Miami Heat. How many championships do they win?
See, I don't like that because
I'm asking
LeBron
you.
teams are always manufactured for him. So
I know.
Use that same argument for him.
It would not had to have been with Kobe. It would not. There would not have been a 2011 with Kobe. That wouldn't have happened to Kobe.
You're right.
Kobe would have went from averaging 28 points a game to 15 points. That would never have happened to Kobe, ever.
I agree with that. But you also could say, I don't know how him and D Wade would have coexisted because they got such similar games.
They do, but D Wade would have been the beta to Kobe's alpha. We all know.
Well, for sure. Because he painted his toenails and shit like that. So
yeah, exactly. That's one reason. And secondly, you got a championship and gonna beta up to LeBron weekend.
Beta.
So yeah, he would have been Kobe's bitch. That's just the way it works.
he Gabrielle Union's bitch, so I mean that ain't saying much.
I mean, come on, your woman out here talking about she playing in booty hole. Like what? Come on, man. Come on, bro. You let her in your ass? Oh, no, you ain't no real nigga. That's just how I feel about that shit.
I mean, it ain't even that. How many times over he just shown what kind of nigga he is?
Exactly.
You got your transgender son that you going out your way to promote. You going out, with your toes painted. Your girl, you just go out promoting that she's serving you up from the backside. Like, I mean, come on, man.
I mean, yeah, you saying they swept Kobe. Kobe by then, Bynum wasn't really healthy. And that's that. He didn't have Odom was getting old. The team was getting older by then. And they lost. Okay. Put Kobe on the Miami Heat in 2011, though. Not LeBron. Shit.
I get it.
Championship. Yeah, Joe Dumars was a beast. That's another
one.
Who
was a beast?
Joe Dumars.
Oh, Dumars. Yeah, hell yeah. Joe Dumars. People never talk about Joe Dumars.
Yeah. So let me get off LeBron, man. I ain't want because people love to defend that man. So let me stop. So let's keep going with this video because we want to finish. Now watch what he had to say when he got in trouble.
Totally honest. I thought it was not necessary at that moment, especially being in a large league. And then before I had the timeout, be called with 3 seconds, 4 seconds to go. I thought that was, what I felt wasn't fair to our guys. And so that's what happened.
So you push a guy, you whatever, you get in a situation, you haul off and punch somebody else, and then you try to blame it on the guy touching your elbow. What you think?
I think that's some emotional nigga shit. Because, I mean, we let it in with this. There's protocols you follow, with shaking hands after the game. And it can be a little heated. And the dude may bump you in, and it may incense you a little bit. But you a professional, bro. Like, you either displace him. Hey, man, I'm going to holler at you after this. Again, this is coming from coaches I talk to, high-level D1. You act like a fucking man. You going in there doing that little boy shit. And that's what he did. And I can't condone that, bro.
Well, check this out. Now, watch what they say on ESPN. This is why YouTube...
Yellow niggas different. It's a comment.
Hey,
he telling the truth. But check this out right here.
What's the cause for that when we're talking? And at that point, I thought that was, time to protect myself.
He came up to me and
so it's time to protect yourself by somebody that didn't even touch.
No. It got way separated before he threw that punch. No,
it had been 12 seconds by the time you punched so-and-so.
Exactly.
You had to protect yourself 12 seconds later. Stop.
Max down and said, "I'll remember that." He started pointing at me and tapped me in the chest. And I said, "Hold on. Let me explain to you why I took the timeout." Maybe he doesn't know the rule that you get the 10 seconds reset. I wasn't going to put my players in that type of situation to have to break a press in 4 seconds.
Okay, our Dick Vitale had this to say on the matter, tweeting, "The time has come to eliminate the line after games of shaking hands. Too many incidents taking place in the Wisconsin."
So we can't be adults and shake motherfuckers' hands and go in. Kids do it in elementary games, man.
Exactly.
Does it? Don't nothing happen? Why the hell can't you do it in college basketball or football? Come on, man. Stop that shit, man. Damn.
So I covered the Super Bowl 2 weeks ago. I'm out here in LA. I met the great LeGarrette Blount, who is infamous of, teeing off on that dude at Boise State. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Hey, LeGarrette Blount a big ass dude too. To be a running back, that's a big ass dude. So I'm saying that because it's in my front mind. If we're being honest, football and basketball combined, how often do we see fights come out of the goddamn shake hands line, bro?
Not often.
If you would put a percentage to it, out of 100 times that goes on, when does altercation happen? If you just being honest.
I mean, you know how many games happen every weekend, so we're not even talking
exactly.
about. We're not talking.
So just give me a percentage if you could.
I can't. It's a fraction of a percent because
exactly.
Every team has games. So you talking about out of a season, you might have in the nation 7, 8, let's say 20. Every team has 20, 30 basketball games a year. Every football team has 12 to 15, 14, 13 games a year. And you got 2,000-3,000 Division I schools, however many thousand NAIA, how many thousand Division II, how many thousand Division. No.
Exactly.
No.
I would say 0.01% when you get confrontation. That is such a bullshit ass take. It ain't even fucking funny, man.
It's not.
Bro.
And I got mad respect for Dick Vitale, but no.
I got mad respect too. But that shows you somebody else talking for him.
Exactly.
That's some bullshit.
Sick right now. He got a lot of stuff going on. So
I done played X amount of games from bitty ball all the way up to pro overseas. Not one fight in my life in shake hand line. Not one.
Me either. And we had rivals in high school.
And we had rivals.
Yeah,
not one.
Coach might not want to shake the other coach's hand.
Yeah. Now you see that? But that's still like a 5% chance.
Yeah.
Come on with that bullshit, man. That woke bullshit. That's all that is. Woke bullshit.
Exactly. And ugly, the commission must act on what happened. Perk, before I go to you here, I just want to say earlier you both said that you did feel like Juwan deserved a suspension, even guard possibly for a game as well, but you didn't want him.
How you going to defend what the other dude do? They talking about defending. Man, look, this is why I don't like these sports shows, because these people know they know Juwan Howard. So they're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He gets to punch somebody on that. No, his ass should be fired. Simple and plain, man. And I'm a coon because I say that? Come on, man.
Oh, you know how it go. You can kill your own kind, in Chicago, and you a real nigga. But if you talk about, a coach, stand up to a white man, and if you look at it objectively, that make you a coon, but not killing your own kind, though.
Exactly.
It's his job. Perk, tell me this. Do you agree that the handshake line should go away?
Yes. I've never been a fan of it anyway. Look, when you in between those lines and you competing, and especially when you get to the collegiate level and the pro level, look, all that friendly stuff is out the window. And I get it. People want to say good sportsmanship and show a great example. But what you're getting right now is you're getting more bad than you're getting good. And this is not the first incident that happened this year. Was in the handshake line. One just happened last week.
So it's not Juwan Howard's responsibility to be an adult and make wise choices. It's the NCAA's fault for making them shake hands after games, a practice that has been going on for hundreds of years. Is that what we are today?
I want to hear this Oral Roberts example before I respond.
Roberts in North Dakota State, where they had a full-out brawl because a guy dumped the ball. And look, here it is right here. Like, just do away with it. But because it's so much built up that it's hard to decompress and put your pride aside during that moment. Just everybody go their separate ways and go to their life.
Stop it.
Let the game be over with. So I've been against the
pause real quick, sub.
Guy. It's just
This is how disingenuous this bullshit is. First off, if y'all don't know, most college coaches, man, it's like a fraternity, dog. When you go to the Final Four, all these coaches kick it.
They know each
all
other.
These coaches hang out. They go get drunk together. They go chase girls together. How do I know this? Because your boy had been in the Final Four as a coach, and I know this to be a fact, right? So this disingenuous argument that Kendrick Perkins is making, and I know how he's making it because he served, certain masters, ESPN, as it is. So and he's a hothead too. You got to know who's speaking. So you're using 2 reference points of this year of how many handshake lines are taking place as a collective. We're about to head into like March Madness. We can safely say thousands of handshakes. So you're going to point out 2, and we got to eliminate the whole practice because of 2 situations?
I would say hundreds of thousands of handshakes have taken place.
Come on.
Hundreds of thousands.
2.
About 12,
2 is
13,
reason to eliminate the whole practice.
12, 13 players per team, and it's what, 1,400 Division I programs playing 30 games each?
Come on, man. So 2. 2 is a reason just to throw it all out. Fuck out of here.
He's saying we're having more bad than good. So we're having hundreds of thousands of fights breaking out.
Exactly. It literally does not make sense.
That's typically the type of math that ESPN, LeBron is the most player of all time. No, he's not.
That literally does not make sense.
If you count playoffs, he is. I'm like, well, yeah, but shit. I mean, okay, Mike didn't play but 3 games in the playoffs for like the first half of his career up until like the last couple of years of his career. He was playing that shit up in the 90s. So technically, on paper, Mike didn't even play the same amount of games.
Exactly.
Even to win the chips, he only played 3 games in the first 2 rounds. Like ESPN left that shit out. He's the most play. He hit more shots. Why the fuck would you lie? Why are you lying to make LeBron look good? This is the type of math that they do. So now they lying to say that there's more fights, and the average ESPN fan will just say the same shit. Now you go in the barbershop Saturday, somebody gonna repeat this same shit. And when I hear people say that shit, I get mad. I get mad because I'm like, you lazy. You're lazy and you just listening to this bullshit. That's what it is.
No, even more so in the barbershop, you just dumb. Yeah, how many dumb niggas you hear talking in the barbershop, bro? If we being real, full of dumb niggas who don't, like you say, lazy, don't do no research, regurgitate shit you hear. Because Kendrick Perkins, he relates to a lot of low-level thinking niggas. And I'm not even trying to besmirch, Kendrick Perkins. Because if you watch my videos, Kendrick Perkins is in my intro giving Hoop Jargon a shout-out. He from Texas like me. I fucks with Kendrick Perkins. Like, let me just lay that out there. I mean, you just talked about Port Arthur, Kendrick Perkins from Beaumont. Those are like twin cities out there, east going from Houston.
Right,
I fucks with Kendrick Perkins.
Almost signed with McNeese State. So I know
close over there by the border to Louisiana.
I supposed to win to Texas Arlington. That's where I really supposed to win.
Yeah, that's going north. That's going Dallas area. But yeah, I mean, great school as well. But my whole point is, like, I fucks with Kendrick Perkins, but when he do this low level fucking shit, and then how niggas run with this shit, it disappoints me. Because this is the same nigga who talking about Russell Westbrook, he needs to still be Russ. And we've far seen that this nigga just a dumbass nigga. Russell Westbrook is the lowest IQ superstar probably ever existed. Can we agree with that?
Yeah.
So this is the same nigga who will go to war for Russell Westbrook to say he need to keep being Russ, when it's blatantly obvious that no, nigga, you need to fucking be a point guard. Less is more.
Well, no, this is the same nigga that 15, 20 games into the season didn't see that the Lakers was gonna be fucked up.
Exactly. Nigga, I saw it when they signed this nigga. I said on wax. How they say on wax. I'm a Laker fan. When we signed Westbrook, I'm like, we're done. I said it on wax. Y'all look at my videos. If you get a chance, go on my channel. I said that as me and my boy Between the Game Sports, my high school teammate. I was like, we ain't going nowhere. I said it off rip. So I ain't on here capping on Sub channel, man. And I respect Sub a lot, man. Me and him talk about basketball off camera a lot. I ain't on here capping, bro. So when I see Kendrick Perkins make these takes, you know how Jay-Z say, you always got to consider the source. So when I see the place he coming from, I just know it's bullshit, bro. It's bullshit.
I mean, like I said, man, anything that pertains to LeBron, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. Anything that pertains to the black, white, woke culture shit, he's going to always defend woke culture. Woke culture is detrimental to black people. Juwan Howard will be better served getting fired. It would actually serve notice that you need to control your fucking emotions. We got enough black men out here flying off the handle because they feel disrespected. I felt disrespected. So now he just gets suspended. His ass need to be fired. That's why I don't really, no disrespect. I watch Ticket TV's content. Ticket TV takes up for this. He takes the same side as a lot of these people, these woke people. He does.
I can't do it.
And I'm like, dude, just because you're a baller, it don't make no sense for you to take this guy's side. It just doesn't. But he does.
I can't do it. I'm not a fan of Ticket TV, bro. But respect to you though.
Hands on the
Just saying.
Game, and I'm just not with it. I think it would be best, especially right now for the college level, that they go away from.
Based on what?
I think that's utterly ridiculous.
Thank you, Steve.
But I'm talking to Kendrick about the coaches. You were a player. You were in the heat of action. It's not to say that the coaches are not, but it's different for you, bro. You're younger. You're in the heat of action. You're out there throwing blows, banging bodies. You know, the level of production or lack thereof ultimately could affect your future. And it's not to say that a coach doesn't have the same obligation. But in the end,
so pause real quick.
You're a grown up. You're a grown man. You're an adult as a coach.
Go ahead.
You know what's funny? And I'm glad Stephen A touched on that. You know what's funny? The players had better fucking restraint than a goddamn coach. And that's a huge problem.
It is.
But you maintain the program. And you know the players start throwing hands when Juwan started throwing hands. And that's a goddamn problem. The players, if it was that disrespectful, the players would have been only popping. That's a goddamn shame your leader ignited all that shit. I just want to lay that out there.
Yeah, it is. It is. Now, check this out. Watch what Stephen A said when he was talking about, what did he say? Let me see where he at. Juwan Howard should be suspended.
Because you never see that. You never see it. It's always the opposite way. Players go first.
Yeah.
I'm aware and watch the end of our men's basketball game. There's no excuse for any of our staff or student athletes to get into a physical altercation with others, regardless of instigating factors. I reached out and apologized to Chris McIntosh, and President Mary Sue Coleman has reached out to UW Chancellor Rebecca Blank to apologize for the totally unacceptable behavior. We will review the situation more thoroughly and work with the Big Ten Conference as they determine their disciplinary actions, and will determine if further disciplinary actions are warranted. Okay, Mr. Smith, I'm going to start with you here. Should Juwan Howard be fired?
I'm not going to go that far. I've got too much respect for Juwan Howard and the man and the player and the coach that he has been. I got a lot of love for this brother, and it's going to be very difficult for me to go to that point. But I will say this.
See, let me see. This is what I'm talking about. That's your boy. So you don't want to say he should be fired for punching.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I don't know him. I don't give a fuck about him. I don't want him hurt or dead.
Mm-hmm.
But he deserves to be fired. Real simple. This shit opened and short when I saw it. I said, this nigga threw a punch. When I heard it, then I cut the TV on. I went on my phone and I saw this nigga swinging a punch, and he hit a coach that ain't got shit to do with. I said, get his ass out of there. Call my homeboy. He said, yep, get his ass out of there. Get him out of there. He swung a punch and hit the man. Get him out of there. Why is it we can say that shit, but people that know him because they played ball and they hang out with each other can't give? What does that tell us about the other shit? Yep. What does that tell us? That tells us why you can't really tell the truth about LeBron James.
Yep. Go along, get along.
He said it. He said, man, I can't say this, man. Rich Paul be on me trying to make sure that he trying to push the case for LeBron being the GOAT. So wait a minute, let me get this straight. So Rich Paul, an agent of LeBron James, is influencing the analysts at a sports network to say that his boy is the best. Is that what you just said? See what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
It's the brotherhood.
I don't like that shit. I don't like it because now that tells us a lot about what we see on television. This shit is fake and contrived.
It's contrived, absolutely.
Not real. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Truth be told, Karl Anthony Towns is really statistically better than LeBron James. He's just on that team. If you put LeBron James on that same team, he'll get the number. Karl Anthony Towns averaged the same points that LeBron James did up until this year. This year, LeBron is stat padding because he know they're not gonna make the playoffs. Up until this point, he was still getting the same points Karl Anthony Towns was. Karl Anthony Towns is a scrub. LeBron is a top 5 player, finishing second in MVP voting. Why is that? What's the difference? What is LeBron doing? He losing.
I like him. I don't like him.
Chris Broussard and all these guys are in the media propping this guy up. That's why I hate this era of basketball. It's really why I don't watch basketball anymore. I don't even watch this shit. I'm out of love with basketball. I don't give a fuck. I care about basketball when my son plays. That's about it. Other than that,
you want to know what's real?
What's up?
It's hard for me to be a YouTuber who covers basketball because, you know, it's funny, man. I've been with my girl for about a year and a few months. And she knows, you know, my channel is a basketball-centric channel. You know, she knows what I do, you know, outside of my vocation being a salesman. She's like, you never really watch basketball. And she's right. Because it's so, once you take the lid off what basketball is, which is sports entertainment, it's hard to enjoy it as an older guy. Especially like a guy like me and yourself, where we play at a high level and we know what really go into this shit. So when you start seeing the theatrics, it really turns you off.
I'd rather, let me tell you, you want to see me excited? I want to see Ja Morant go up against the Bucks. That's when you'll see me excited. Because I see
like
a young
competition.
A guy who got to a city he probably didn't want to be in, but he made the best out of it. And now he got one of the best teams in the West. They go on the run, go to the finals. He young. He love the game. He ain't scared of nobody. Right? And then you got a guy who gonna give you 40 night in, night out on any given night, who came in the league averaging 9 points a game. Right? That's when I love the game. I want to see shit like that.
I want to see the Warriors play. I don't care who they play because I don't give a shit about the Warriors. I'm a Lakers fan. I hate everything the Lakers are about right now. I hate everything about it. I won't spend a dime, bro. I live 20 minutes away from well, not Staples no more. Crypto.com, whatever, .org, edu, whatever the fuck that is. I won't spend a dime on the Lakers, dog, because it's garbage. I'm not paying money to see garbage. I want to see the Warriors play, whoever. And because I'm a fan of organic basketball. I'm a fan of real basketball. I'm a fan of just the shit that I put all my time and effort in as a kid, as a young adult, teenager, so have you. I like to see that translate to the floor, man. And the point I led in with, it's hard to watch basketball now because it's so 3-point centric, it's so manufactured. And I just can't rock with that shit.
And I think I'm gonna tell you something. I think part of the reason what makes me not want to watch it, I got these friends and they say these same tired, regurgitated ass points about the players are so much better now, right? And me, I look at the game and I'm like, are they? I mean, they shoot more threes, but okay, so you telling me if I give Patrick Ewing a summer and tell him to shoot a bunch of threes and work on his 3-point shot, he can't hit at 35% of his threes? Yes, he could. He could shoot. So you telling me he couldn't? He could shoot 15-foot jump shots, but he couldn't shoot a 3-pointer. Patrick Ewing. Yes, he could. Just about everybody could. They just didn't ask those bigs to do that back then. I'd rather you work the ball around and get a high percentage shot than shoot that bullshit.
Facts.
That's just me. That's just me. I hate games like that.
Facts. Well, I'll say this, in in the sense of individually better, like as far as athletically stronger, more physical, faster, jump higher. Yeah. I mean, it's a natural progression of any sport
Who's
known to
strong-
man.
wait a minute. Yes, but who's stronger? So you telling me that I think they were stronger in the 90s than they are today. Guys were
Well,
much
so here's what I mean. Stronger as far as like the what they call it plyometrics, just far as jumping and how
okay.
not
So
physique.
hold on, let me
Go
ask you
ahead.
this. Leaping is up for debate.
I would argue that they were way more athletic now.
I would make the case that Harold Miner, what you see John Morant doing, there were a myriad of guards jumping like that back in the day. It wasn't just him. Like John Morant is exceptional. He one of the few 6'2" guards leaping like that. We had a ton of them in the 90s. Kevin Johnson was leaping like that.
Kind of, sort of. Kevin Johnson was up there a little bit. I mean, I know he dunked on Elijah Warren. That was like,
No. I seen Kevin Johnson jump. He just didn't do it a lot. Allen Iverson was leaping like that. Steve Francis was bro. Listen to me now. I saw Allen Iverson one-on-one. Let me tell you something, man. Him, Travis Best.
I love Travis Best.
Stephon Marbury, Kane, and
I love
running.
your point guard.
They was playing. Yeah, Travis was a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I played with that dude. I don't know what the fuck he knew about me. That nigga put the ball exactly where the fuck I needed it. I didn't have to think. Hear me? Bro, if I ran the lane, I'm getting the fucking ball. I don't know how he knew. And he'll pass. This nigga would teleport the ball through 4 or 5 put the ball right in your chest. I said, how the fuck did he get it to me? I mean, he'll put this nigga threw a pass one time. The bitch went straight to the right. He put a spin on it, and it came right back towards me on the left. And a nigga and caught the bitch and laid it up. I fell on the floor like, damn. How the fuck did he know that ball was gonna get to me? Like that nigga. Travis Best was amazing though. But anyway,
I love Travis Best. Yeah.
So some dude played overseas. He was pretty nice. Played overseas, was woofing off at Allen Iverson. Right now, AI crossed up. I think he went by Stephon, because it was Stephon was at Georgia Tech.
Yeah,
man, this nigga AI took off from the dotted line on this nigga, vertical.
I think you told me the story. Yeah,
that nigga put that bitch on his ass. Okay, he had that bitch. That nigga had that bitch way back by his ass. Went up, the dude jumped. Allen reached with one hand and pulled a nigga to him. Brought that bitch over the nigga head and dunked on his ass and had a whelp on his wrist. When I tell you that nigga Iverson was a special leaper. Now the only thing was he was one of them guys that, and that's what I'm saying, like, we don't really think of it like the dude could jump, man. Him, Stephon Marbury jumped like me. And I ain't trying to be funny, I could fly. Okay, so I'm just telling you, whatever I could do.
Same here. I had a 40-inch vertical. Yeah, same here.
Me too. I was measured at that. So you're right. So I'm telling you right now, Stephon could do what I could do. So I'm telling you right now, Stephon, it was some niggas that y'all would have had to, I'm telling you, wouldn't have been like that. Robert Pack, dudes like that. Niggas
Robert Pack had bounce. Yeah, big bounce.
Had bumps. They could get up, man.
Fact.
These are 6'3", Quentin Richardson. Them niggas could get up, man. I'm not gonna say that this dude was John Morant's a nice athlete, but he's freakishly compared to the rest of these niggas. Niggas ain't getting up like that. Most of them ain't. Not like him. Don't see that type of explosiveness no more. A lot of guys want to shoot the fucking three all the time. They ain't going through the lane trying to take a nigga head off no more. That's all we wanted to do. I didn't feel like a ball player until I dunked on a nigga. I'm for real. My first time I dunked on somebody was in the 10th grade. Dude named DK. I went baseline on his ass in the community center on a Saturday. On a Saturday. It wasn't a Saturday. It was during the summer. I went up on his ass. That nigga, and DK, to his credit, tried to catch me up top. He didn't want to try to catch me at the ground. So he jumped, and DK could jump. Man, I went up on DK ass and tore his ass up off one leg, too. and when I dunked on him, I couldn't believe it. It was weird, like, damn, I couldn't believe I made that shit. Everybody ran out on the floor.
Nigga, that's how everybody first dunk on is. Nigga, you don't even know you can do it. Like, oh
Bro,
shit.
I felt so good, bro. That shit, hey, I was smiling. I couldn't help but smile. We was sitting after the game. Everybody look at him. He happy. I was like, you damn right, nigga.
Yeah, right. That's some shit you don't know. That's like fucking your first bitch.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God. Like, it's like busting your first nut. Like, oh, that shit was amazing. You know,
that's facts.
Man, that shit, I want to do that again, you know.
See?
So listen, I'm trying to get niggas backwards. I'm trying to do whatever the fuck I could, right? But that was the first time I did it. After that, because we played in the era of Michael Jordan. So it was either dunk on a motherfucker like Mike or you ain't shit. So that's what we did.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just saying, a lot of dudes, you know, I don't know, dog. See, y'all, you know, Chris Bosh would have bodied niggas in the 80s. See, the problem, hold on. The problem Chris Bosh would have had would have been the physicality of the 90s. Or the 80s and 90s. See, maybe the 80s, but see, in the 80s, he ran up against Kevin McHale and got put on skates. So good luck with that. Good luck with Kevin McHale talking about you were going to body Kevin McHale. McHale would have put his ass on skates. We ain't going to even talk about Elijah One. And come on, that's the era of the bigs. Shaq.
Yeah, it was a rough era.
Mutombo. Good luck with that shit. Good luck. Now, the only thing Embiid does is shoot threes. But like I said, give these guys the time to learn, to take a summer or two to prepare to shoot threes. And then, yeah. But don't take a guy. It's like, you know what I don't like? Like in this generation, what they'll do is they'll say some shit like, well, man, the Golden State Warriors would have destroyed the Bulls. Well, let's look at this. Before we even go into that question, what are you saying? A team that took two of the two best players in the NBA and put them on one team. Two of the best three players in the NBA are on one fucking team. With another guy that's what, a top 15? And then we got another guy that's, all right, he all-star. He ain't shit, but he all-star, right? You got all that on one team. And you telling me that a guy who just had drafted two guys, one of them being the GOAT, and the other guy just, you know, a good, decent, solid defender, good player. Yeah, you probably would beat him. But if you want to be apples to apples, you would probably have to take Dominique Wilkins and throw him on that team, and then we'll see what happens. Or give me Charles Barkley. Put Charles Barkley, Michael Jordan, and then have Scottie Pippen on there. And then let's see if they'll beat the Chicago Bulls. Because that's what you're looking at when you look at the Golden State Warriors.
I don't think you even got to do that. I think the Bulls system was just so tight.
I don't think they would just run through the Bulls. I think the Bulls, depending on the era and the rules that you're using.
Yeah, the rules would definitely dictate the terms.
So if you playing 90s rules where you can hand check, well,
yeah,
Steph
the Bulls.
Steph Curry counts. Nobody's gonna stop Michael Jordan.
Thanks.
Physicality will give Durant problems because we saw it with Tony Allen. People forget that shit. He does struggle with physicality. He is a great player. He still would have got his points because he's Kevin Durant.
He's smart and he's proficient. Yeah,
he's still Kevin Durant, but he will struggle against a physical motherfucker.
A little bit, yeah, depending on what game. Yeah,
because we saw Tony Allen gave his ass trouble. So that's what I'm saying. So let's not act like he can't be halfway slow. And I'm sorry, I just don't see you. I don't see Draymond being able to fuck with Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman, what Draymond was gonna do, he wasn't gonna outscore. He wasn't gonna score that much on Dennis Rodman. Number one, Dennis Rodman gonna get all the fucking rebounds. The Bulls gonna eat in the post all night. You got Tony Kukoc at 6'11". What y'all gonna do with him? So I don't know about that.
This Rodman is smarter than Draymond Green. Draymond Green's I've always loved Draymond Green. Let me put this buffer out there. I liked him when he was in Michigan State. I was just like, this dude work hard. I got an affinity for hard-working dudes from, he's from Saginaw. I always liked his storyline. But he's a dumbass, emotional nigga at the end of the day. Dennis Rodman got his emotional parts, but for the most part, for an emotional dude, he can compartmentalize pretty well. And not only that,
he kept it under control when it was time to win games.
Well, yeah, and not only that, he can manipulate the other person to be emotional and to act out of character, and he take advantage. I've never seen Draymond be shrewd enough to do that.
When they swept the Orlando Magic, he locked Shaq. He gave Shaq trouble.
Yes, because he would go that gay angle and shit. He would touch your ass and shit.
Never got the best of Dennis Rodman. Never.
Yeah, Dennis Rodman was a shrewd guy, man.
He was.
You remember how he was fucking with Karl Malone, like you say, with that quasi-gay shit he be on?
Yeah. And it wasn't just that, man. Karl Malone, people forget how fucking strong this dude was.
That nigga was an ox, bro.
I'm talking about, man, Rodman was a strong motherfucker, man. People act like
Karl Malone was different.
Karl Malone was strong, but I'm telling you, Rodman could check his ass. It wasn't like that.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm saying. So good luck with that, because he's gonna lock up anybody on the Golden State Warriors team. You might could put Rodman on Durant, be honest with
you. Yeah, you could put Rodman on Durant. And then put Pippen on Curry. And and you're in good shape.
And then you got Mike. All he got to do is just check
Mike on Clay. Like, what the fuck you talking about?
Mike gonna destroy them cats.
By the way, Michael Jordan flipped over.
Come on, who you go? Like, okay, Mike could go for 50. And that's that. It's over. And it's over. But look, man, I gotta go, man. I'm tired. I gotta get up in the morning. I got a project. I got a meeting at 9.
That's cool, man. Hey, you talking that shit I like, man. You talking that hoop shit, man. I had to hop on, bro.
Oh, yeah. I had to talk about it because I'm like, come on, man. You from the class of 93. You out here acting a fool, man. Can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You from my homeboy class. Shout out to my homeboy Big Mud. I'm sure he going to have a lot to say next time I talk to him, because he going to swear up and down that I'm full of shit about the LeBron stuff. Fuck that nigga. Fuck LeBron. Fuck him. I can't stand his ass. My homeboy Jamie said, I hope that nigga snap his fucking hamstring and retire. Damn, bro. You had to
I ain't gonna go that far, but that shit funny as fuck.
I was like, damn, man, you had to do him like that. You know, I ain't gonna say that, but I do want that bitch ass nigga out the league. Anyway, y'all have a good one. God bless y'all. I will see you guys. Good night.
Yes, sir.